Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live at the historic Tomato Bowl in downtown Jacksonville. It is week 4 of District 9-5A Division II play. It's the Jacksonville Fightin Indians and the Nacogdoches Dragons. Jacksonville looking for that elusive second district win as they knocked off Hallsville in the district opener, struggled in the last two, and of course down at field level, our color commentator, the man in the hat, Matt Montgomery. And Matt, the Fightin Indians need to try to right the ship here tonight.
Yeah, and this is a Nacogdoches team coming into Tomato Bowl that has had a lot of the same problems that Jacksonville has had. Their offense has scored a lot of points in some games, and some games they did not. And so they come in at 1-5 overall, 1-2 in district, exact same record that Jacksonville has. And as we enter week 7 of the 9-5A Division II race, you know, last week we called it Hump Week, where teams were either 1-1 or 0-2 or 2-0. Well, this week there's a little more separation. We're not going to call this elimination night. It's more like quasi-elimination night. In other words, whoever loses this game tonight is really going to be on the backside looking in. So it's a huge game for both football teams, Jacksonville and Nacogdoches.
So, Matt, some good news for the Fightin Indians. We'll see Devin McEwen back tonight.
Yeah, Devin was out last week with an illness, and Wayne Coleman didn't expect to get him back at practice this week until Wednesday. Well, I go down there Tuesday, and there's Devin. He's suited up, ready to go, and that's just the kind of guy that he is. He wants to play, and so he will be available. We'll see him obviously at receiver tonight, and maybe some in the backfield, because as we keep talking about, especially the last 3 weeks, very thin in the backfield Jacksonville is, and last week was kind of a surprise. We weren't expecting to see J.T. Johnson or Isaiah Mallard. They didn't practice much last week, but this week J.T. Johnson doesn't look like he's going to be ready to go. He practiced some. Isaiah Mallard is ready to go, and boy, he sure did look sharp last week, catching 8 passes out of the backfield. Also had some nice rushing yards. He was our Austin Bank Offensive Player of the Week for Jacksonville, so that's something to say. But you might see Devin back there some tonight at the running back position. But the key area for Jacksonville in getting Devin back is at that wide receiver position.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about last week, Matt, was sort of the seeming inability of the Jacksonville offense to stretch the field vertically last week, and that had to do, obviously, a lot with Devin being out. So do you expect to see that part of the attack come back into play tonight?
Well, you're getting Devin back, but you are still missing Jermaine Taylor, who's basically out for the year most likely. Last week was the first week Jacksonville experienced 2 starting receivers out of the ball game. And so when you have 2 guys missing from your starting lineup that were your top 2 receivers, it's going to be tough to bring those other guys in and, as you said, challenge Pine Tree's secondary vertically as they did. And let's give Pine Tree credit. 10 defensive starters back from last year. They had a really good secondary last week. They covered Jacksonville quite well, obviously, with Jacksonville only scoring 7 points. A Jacksonville team that's averaging 23 points a game. That's quite a bit under their average.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the Indians adjust. Matt, what can you tell us about Ryan McCowan? We saw him take a shot last week, have a little bit of a struggle with it. How's he looked this week?
I don't see anything from that. I mean, that was one of those scary moments where he got rolled up on the sideline, and, it could have been anything. I mean, we were fearing the worst the way he got rolled up and was writhing in pain. And, I have not asked Ryan what exactly happened, but there's no ill effects whatsoever. Obviously, he came back in the ball game and played, and then obviously practiced all week, so not an issue.
Well, Matt, Nacogdoches, coming in, as you said, with the identical record to Jacksonville. What did the Dragons do well?
They run the ball well. They've always had a huge offensive line, and as you look down in the north end zone, you see number 79 kind of leading the pack right there. He's about 330 pounds, 6'5", 330. I mean, he's a mountain of a man, and he's in high school. So they like to run behind him. And this is a team that will most likely, well, not most likely, they will be without their starting quarterback tonight, Gus Jones, the senior. My understanding is he is in concussion protocol, and I've been looking for number 4 all evening, and I have not seen him yet. So I think that story is true. I've also seen Michaela. It's Michaela Lockett.
Mikhail Lockett.
Mikhail Lockett.
Yeah,
thank
he's,
you.
He's wearing number 15. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, he just brought up from the junior varsity. Number 15 is a southpaw. Very good athlete. The way I've been watching Nacogdoches warm up, he looks like he's going to be the starter because the backup to Gus Jones, the senior, is Isaac Jones. No relation. He's a junior, and he starts on defense, and I've been watching him. He's number 5. He's been in defensive drills most of the time. Now, as you watched right now, if you can see out there, Aaron, he is in the offensive scheme taking some snaps. So I got to believe that Nacogdoches is not going to throw a sophomore with no varsity experience here at Tomato Bowl against the Fightin Indians right off the bat. I'm sure they'll probably try to work him in.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, but stranger things have happened, I guess.
Yeah, and this is a very fast defense that Nacogdoches brings to Tomato Bowl. I mean, you look at their record, they're 1-5. They're giving up 25 points a game. Well, Jacksonville's giving up 38 points a game. Jacksonville may be outscoring Nacogdoches. Indians are averaging 24. Nac's only averaging 14 points a game. So this is an offense that has struggled. You look at their offensive stats, they really don't have a lot of guys that jump out at you like, wow, those are some stats right there. I mean, you look at their games, they lost to Kilgore 21-0. Lufkin beat them 22-16. John Tyler, they got beat 40-12, and their only win that Nacogdoches has was over White House, a winless team right now. They beat them 28-19. That's not a runaway. Pine Tree, they lost a tough one to Pine Tree, did Nac, 18-13 down at Nac, and then last week down in Nacogdoches, Mount Pleasant came in and beat them 28-14. So this is, to me, you look at those scores, and it isn't like Nacogdoches' defense is shutting people down. They have played better from a point standpoint than Jacksonville's defense has, but a lot of teams have done that. Jacksonville just gives up way too many points, and it puts a lot of pressure on Jacksonville's offense to try to outscore the other team. And you know, the Indians, again, averaging 24 points a game, only 7 last week, and the previous week they only had what against Marshall? I'm trying to 21.
21, yeah.
But that was kind of like a weird 21 with a running clock.
Yeah, it was.
So offensively for Nacogdoches, they're led in rushing by Samadrick Bland. He's a junior, 57 carries, 340 yards, almost 7 yards a carry, and you know, he's had 3 touchdowns. I mean, these are numbers that really don't jump out at you for a guy that is the leading rusher. On the other hand, Jacksonville's rushing numbers are even worse than that. Their leading rusher is J.T. Johnson, 46 carries, 221 yards. And he's the leading rusher. Isaiah Mallard right behind J.T., 36 carries for 190 yards. Of course, he's missed a game or two with ankle injuries. So both teams, statistically, they don't run the ball well. So we may see some passing tonight. Fans, our countdown to kickoff, this portion of it is brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau's Micah Hoffpower. Micah can help you with your life, auto, homeowners insurance. Does a great job. We thank Micah Hoffpower of Texas Farm Bureau for sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff.
Yeah, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He can help you hit a curveball as well.
Played in the majors, Chicago Cubs, JHS class of '98. Pretty good, pretty interesting class there. I'm not sure that Jacksonville's ever had a graduating class that had a Major League Baseball player and an NFL player in the same class. Pretty interesting. Yeah, of course, I'm talking about Josh McCown graduating that class too.
That's right.
As far as receiving, again, not big numbers for Nacogdoches. Their leading receiver, number 8, Weaver, he's a junior, 27 catches, as opposed to Jacksonville's leading receiver, Devin McEwen, with 37 catches, but that's only in 5 ball games because he missed last week, did Devin, with the illness. But as we talked about last week, you know, Devin's on pace. Even by missing a game last week, he's got a shot at breaking the Jacksonville high school record for catches in a season and yards receiving in a season. I know it's week 7, but he's definitely on pace to break those records. Isaiah Mallard, 16 catches for 185. Last week, Mallard jumped into that second slot, a second leading receiver with 8 catches from Ryan McCown. I think we may see some of that tonight, Aaron, as Wayne Coleman definitely believes that Isaiah Mallard could be that spark that could get Jacksonville that second district win.
Certainly hope so. Obviously, a second in back-to-back home games helps. It's nice to be back here at home, but Jacksonville's got to just get down to business, get back to basics, Matt. And we talked about stopping the run, especially
execution, run fits, playing the part you're supposed to play. Don't freelance. That's been a problem for Jacksonville defensively. In the secondary, they've struggled with crossing routes, and you had, again, Devin not being available last week to play safety. Pine Tree took advantage of that as they ran several crossing routes, and if your safety doesn't stay home, that middle of the field becomes open. Quarterback's going to find that guy going down the middle, and it was Fuller last week for Pine Tree who was the thorn in the secondary side for Jacksonville. So defensively, people try to make it complicated. It really isn't. If you just play your zone and stay home and do your job, and Jacksonville just hasn't been able to do that. And tonight they will be without the services of two of their defensive starters in the first half because of their ejections last week, and we may see them in the second half. But there's been some shuffling this week defensively for Jacksonville to take those two positions. Hopefully they've got some of that ironed out.
Yeah, obviously that really messes with your game planning ability when you have guys get in those situations. And so, yeah, we'll have to see how they've accounted for that, the Fightin Indians. And, of course, that's the rule. An ejection in the second half of a ball game puts you out for the first half of the next one.
Yeah, it's a good rule. And, sometimes coaches even go a little further than that, and they keep you out the whole next game. But as thin as Jacksonville is, sometimes you have to try to get a grip. And whether people agree with it or not, it's coach's decision. And obviously the player's decision, because those two guys, they weren't off the hook all the way. You got to pay for those ejections. I don't like paying for those things like that. A lot of stuff in practice you got to do. So hopefully they will get that straightened out. Offensively tonight, to me, you hate to keep saying it every week, but a lot of this offensive scheme falls on Ryan McCowan. His decision-making, getting rid of the football as fast as he can. He's great at improvising, moving his feet. But, hey, it's week 7. It's time to execute the offense. It's time for players to know where they're supposed to be. When Ryan gets in trouble, the receivers have got to scramble back and help him. I think that's one thing that hurt Ryan last week. He was 20 out of 30. Not a bad percentage there, completion percentage, but he should have been about 25 or 26 out of 30. I don't think his receivers helped him out very much last week when he got in trouble scrambling back. As Ryan, he run the ball last week, I think he had something like 11 carries last week, very uncharacteristic. This week, Ryan, expect Ryan McCown to run the ball even more. Wayne Coleman, that's part of the game plan tonight, is for him to do a little bit more zone read and take off.
Well, we know he can do it. We'll see how the execution is tonight. Of course, it's Jacksonville and Nacogdoches getting ready to go here at the historic Tomato Bowl. We're glad you're with us on JHS-sports.com. Aaron Swink, Matt Montgomery, Todd Travis, and our producer Ryan Travis with you. And Matt, as we see the Jacksonville players being introduced with the video that Lee Traylor and the media department have put together, man, I just got to say again, they do a fantastic job.
They really do. And, the kids love this. The fans love it. The parents, grandparents in the stands. It just gives it a big game feel. It's amazing the technology now that is down now all the way to the high school level. And I think within the next several years, we'll be seeing instant replay. Why not? We've seen everything else come down technology-wise. And, will we see instant replay in 7th grade football? I don't know, but you should see that at the varsity level at some point, and that can make a huge difference. They do instant replay at the state championship games at that level, and I tell you what, if you watch the last 2 or 3 years, there's been some games decided by reversals of calls. That instant replay absolutely helps, and so, yeah, the technology here is great. We'll see some more of that as the game wears on. So, fans, don't forget, this part of our countdown to kickoff is sponsored by our good friend Micah Hoffpower, Texas Farm Bureau. Micah can help you with your life insurance needs, auto, homeowners. Micah does a great job. Get to know Micah. He's a great fan of Jacksonville High School sports. We appreciate his sponsorship, Texas Farm Bureau and Micah Hoffpower.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And it's just about 7 o'clock. That means we'll bring it up here into the booth and get queued up for smoke signals to hear from head coach Wayne Coleman. And, of course, we want to thank All Smiles Dentistry for sponsoring all of the conversations with head coach Wayne Coleman all year. That's Dr. Larry Folden, Dr. Brad Westbrook, and Dr. Charlie Stocks with All Smiles. Thank them for their support. And now let's hear from Coach Coleman and smoke signals.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Welcome to Smoke Signals, everyone. I'm Matt Montgomery, along with head football coach and athletic director Wayne Coleman. Fightin Indians at home last week for homecoming. A huge crowd, coach, not the outcome you wanted. Pine Tree comes away with a 35-7 win, and a game that it wasn't one of those we have to win games. I mean, you're still in a chance for the playoffs, but it was a game that you definitely wanted to perform a little better in. That you had some missing parts. We'll talk about that, but your overall impressions of the game against Pine Tree?
They were what we thought they were going to be, really good on defense with all those kids coming back. They did a great job of stopping the run game early in the game and forced us to start throwing the ball around. Ryan probably had his better game as far as completion percentage. I think he was 20 out of 30, which is a good night. And he made some plays with his feet. But without getting the run game going, it was going to be a long night.
Yeah, and I say had to, but he ran the ball more than he has in the past. And you have to give a lot of credit to Pine Tree defensively. As you mentioned last week on the show, 10 starters back from last year's defense that went to the playoffs. And, boy, they really covered up your receivers and forced Ryan to have to run the ball.
They did. They mixed up some coverages, showed some stuff they hadn't done before, and we weren't ready for it. Which put Ryan into a mode where he was going to have to make plays with his feet.
Of course, you were missing one of your best defensive players, Jermaine Taylor, out. Devin was ill. He'll be back, and that just the domino effect of having to move people around in week 6. That has an effect too.
Yeah, especially when it happens late in the week. You start losing kids late in the week, and now you start moving kids into different positions, and now. When you've been in your new position just a day or two, you're going to make some mistakes, and so that put more pressure on the quarterback. Guys maybe busting a route because they're not used to that position. But really, our quarterback battled. He competed and made plays with his feet and had one of his better games as far as completion percentage.
And one of the surprises that a lot of people weren't expecting was Isaiah to come back in the mix so quickly, and with those injuries to his ankles, both ankles, he was definitely a weapon for you last Friday night that was kind of unexpected.
It was. We didn't want to put a lot of pressure on him to play. His ankles have been bothering him for a couple weeks, so we were trying to not give him very many reps, but once he got in the game, and he kind of felt in pregame, he felt really good. But still, kids will say that, and just to get in the game. But once he got in there and got warmed up, he played really well.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Jacksonville versus Pine Tree last Friday night. Here's bad snap. Here comes Dylan. I like the way he fell in this ball quickly and just snatched it up.
Dylan's been solid for us all year. He played outside backer. That was a new position for him last week.
And speaking of Isaiah, watch this little move right there. Whoop! Gets right by him. 16-yard gain.
Yeah, he looks really good right there. He made some good cuts Friday night.
And here's Isaiah from the running back position, picks up 14. Good blocking.
Yeah, so what ended up happening was Isaiah ended up playing running back and slot receiver where Devin was missing at.
And Skylar delivers a shot to the cornerback right here, just boom, just runs him over for an extra 5 yards.
It's nice to see Skylar step in there and make a big play.
And here's your touchdown, the congratulations play of the game to Calvin Bryant for 30.
And Spoonie has just gotten better every week. His hands have really gotten better. It's just the repetitions with him. Every game that goes by, he makes more plays.
And it couldn't have come at a better time missing Devin.
Oh, no doubt. It was, it just happened so late in the week, finding out that we weren't going to have him, that we just didn't have time to get, make adjustments and get kids in there that we could get simplified game plan ready for.
You wanted to run the ball more, and that just didn't work out for you. Nacogdoches coming to Tomato Bowl Friday night, and so talk a little bit about how you're going to try to maybe go back to that, maybe the running game, trying to control the football a little bit more, because the time of possession has been in your favor a lot this year. Friday night it was not.
Yeah, it's one of the few times we haven't won the time of possession, but we've got to do that. You just have to run the ball. I mean, even when you watch games on Saturday and Sunday, when you're playing against even a stout run defense, you have to try to establish a run, because that's what opens up the passing game, and that's what allows you to make big plays.
Nac and Pine Tree played a couple of weeks ago, and Pine Tree came away with an 18-13 win. Last week, surprisingly, Mount Pleasant goes down, and they beat Nacogdoches at home, so they've lost 2 in a row. They're sitting in the same spot you guys are, and talk about Nacogdoches and what they do.
They're going to be in a 3-4 defense. They're going to be real sound. They really don't make mistakes defensively. They struggle a little bit on offense right now. They've gone to a kind of an option run game out of shotgun with 3 backs, so that's a different look. Kind of like trying to get ready to stop the option in 1 week, or like stopping the wing T. I mean, you got 3 or 4 days to get the kids ready for it, and it's going to be assignment football for us on defense.
And talk a little bit about how you're going to defense that, because the Palestine game in week 2, that was that wing T, and it was difficult to defense. What are you doing in practice this week to try to get ready for that?
Well, you've got to rely on what you've been doing all year and try to stay to some basic principles and not let your kids get confused, so they can go out there and play fast on Friday.
So how will the Nacogdoches, you think, will attack your offense?
They're going to probably show some coverage and see if we can run the ball. And that's what I would do, make them try to run the ball and see if we can do it. So far, at least in Pine Tree's case, they were able to line up in some different looks. And we've always got to be ready now, because we do some different stuff on offense in our quick passing game, and we're seeing some different looks from teams. So we're just about run out of the different looks we can see. So that should play into our hands. We'd be more prepared for some of the different things people can do.
And when you get into this point of the season, as you get deeper into it, teams starting to show more tendencies. They start to show, oh, here's what they do. As a coaching staff, that's got to be a challenge, because you have to scout yourself and say, okay, they're expecting us to do this. We need to do this.
There's no doubt. What do we do best? That's what they're going to try to stop. And then what do we have to do off of that? Whenever we see how they're wanting to stop it, and we've got to be prepared and try to stay one step ahead of them.
Last week was kind of a hump week, if you will, not eliminated, but those games were this week is possible one of those elimination games that you need to win to stay in it.
Yeah, no doubt. And you talk to the kids about be where your feet are and focus on this next play or this practice today or whatever, and try not to think about implications of a win here or a loss here and what it does to the rest of your season. But it's in the back of everybody's mind. But we've really got to focus on where we're at right now and try to get better at running the football.
Got another home game. That's great. Had a great crowd last Friday night. Hoping to do better this week in front of the home crowd. Talk about keys to the game to get the win.
Well, we've already talked about it. Get the run game going, and then on the defensive side, shut their option game down. And they'll play a couple different quarterbacks. They've got a wildcat. They've got some athletes that can run the football, so we've got to make sure we get that contained.
Health-wise, of course, we already mentioned Isaiah. A couple of other players are still out. This is that time of year, Coach, where other players have to step up.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And we played more kids both ways Friday night than we have all year, trying to cover up for injuries. So that becomes a factor. And luckily the weather's getting cooler, so hopefully the fatigue won't get to our two-way players.
We want to thank All Smiles for sponsoring all of our conversations with head coach Wayne Coleman. Kickoff coming up at 7:30.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
Congratulations is Jacksonville's source for a full line of awards and engraving services. But we don't stop there. You'll want to check out our examples of creative personalized gifts too. Congratulations also serves East Texas as a promotional products dealer. We are passionate about sourcing just the right items. With our laser capabilities, we can also design and install acrylic signage or graphics. Want to see samples of our work? Go no further than the Tomato Bowl entry. We're especially proud of the arrowheads. Visit Congratulations Showroom or website soon, and let's make something amazing together.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
Hi, I'm Matt Montgomery. For the past 37 years, I've been helping people just like you get their financial ducks in a row. I'm a registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. We do portfolio management and comprehensive financial planning. Give me a call for a free consultation.
Welcome back to the historic Tomato Bowl downtown Jacksonville as we continue to get ready for Jacksonville and Nacogdoches. And Matt, of course, we heard there from head coach Wayne Coleman talking about keys to the game. We'll look to see the Jacksonville running game get going here tonight.
Hope so. I mean, the offensive line for Jacksonville, a little suspect, in the first 6 games. Hopefully they got some things ironed out, and they just got to get a better push off the ball. Another challenge tonight. I mean, this is a very strong, a very quick defensive line that Nacogdoches brings to Tomato Bowl. What else is new in 9-5A Division II? There's just all these defenses are just so physically strong and
Matt,
fast.
Looking through this Nacogdoches lineup, some of the weights on these guys are
pretty amazing.
Make your eyes pop out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, before we get to the video, and we want to go to some of the pregame here at Tomato Bowl. First of all, we want to thank our sponsor for this part of our countdown to kickoff, the second half of it, I should say. Gene Brumlow, JHS class of 1967, and his daughter, Ann Farmer, JHS class of 2006. I want to thank Gene and Ann of the Highway 69 South Jackson Dairy Queen for sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Ann. Around the district, Aaron, well, I'll tell you what, that's you. Let's go to the video.
Years of tradition and excellence. It is a pilgrimage through downtown to the stadium on the hill. It is historic. It is iconic red rock and a J made of flame. It is the season of fall and football in the Lone Star State. It is where legends are born and perseverance reigns supreme. It is where a proud city comes to cheer its Indians to victory. It is Friday night in the historic Tomato Bowl.
That never gets old.
Yeah, nothing quite like it.
That is really impressive. Really enjoy that. Hey, looking around District 9, Aaron, Mount Pleasant in a big game at Hallsville. Hallsville got their first win since September the 23rd of 2019. First win in over 2 years last week when they went to White House and beat them 38-21. Mount Pleasant is at Hallsville tonight. Again, one of those. It's a pretty big game for both those teams. Texas High. This is a really big game. This is who's going to be up in that 1 or 2 spot. Texas High at Pine Tree. So the Tigers of Texas High ranked 7th in the state of Texas, going down to Pirate Stadium in Longview to see the Pine Tree Pirates. And White House is at Marshall tonight. White House, of course, winless. Marshall trying to maintain. Just trying to stay up with Pine Tree, and Texas High right now undefeated in district. Again, that's a big game, them heading over to Longview. So tonight, Nacogdoches here at Jacksonville, here at Tomato Bowl. Big game here as well, Aaron.
Yeah, and of course, Jacksonville and Nacogdoches get together. These games can tend to go either way, and they can tend to go a long time as well.
They can last a while.
They can, of course.
Yeah.
These two teams hold the state record for the most overtimes ever played.
National.
Oh, that's right.
National
Yeah, the national record. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it is a national high school record.
It was.
Yeah, 12 overtimes. Nobody's touched it. So, hey, let's take a look at the north end zone. What are we doing here? I heard him. Oh, no, he's talking about the Nacogdoches band. Okay. So let's pause here and let's listen to the Nacogdoches Golden Dragon band. Nacogdoches Golden Dragon Band. Aaron, the Fightin Indians tonight going for the sweep of the matchups with Nacogdoches. The Jacksonville freshman won here last night 36-12. Brady McCown threw 4 touchdown passes as the freshman got the win. And the junior varsity last night went down and won 28-12 down at Nacogdoches. So, hey, let's try to sweep this thing here tonight at Tomato Bowl.
Sounds good. Now the Fightin Indian Band with the school song and the traditional Flaming J.
Jacksonville High School Band under the direction of Donnie Barrier. Jacksonville High School majorettes on the field with a routine. Brianne G directs the majorettes. And in the south end zone, Aaron, in the run-through, you're going to see a lot of young football players about to run through the Indian headdress run-through for Jacksonville. It's the youth football players in Jacksonville. You know, on Saturday mornings, I can open up my front door and go out and I can hear the crowd at Cook Field where they're playing, as that's where a lot of those games are played. Teams come down and play from other towns, so it's good to see them participating tonight.
Yeah, and it's got to be fun for those young players to get a chance to run out on Tomato Bowl. Obviously, that's the goal for those young men, is that they want to be here on Friday nights. And boy, to get to do that and get to experience that, it's got to be a lot of fun.
Oh, and, you know, you just appreciate the people, the parents and the dads.
Oh, absolutely.
That put the work in, the moms for making having the snacks after the game and just getting those guys lined up to play football. And, in a time when people question whether, the safety of football, I think they're doing a good job protecting them, teaching them better, more techniques, more fundamentals. And it's always good to see that. So as we wait them to come out, we'll also have a little special treat tonight. JHS choir members are going to be singing the national anthem. We'll announce them here in just a few minutes when they come out. So both football teams, Nacogdoches is warming up in the south end zone. In the north end zone, Jacksonville has not made their way out of their dressing room just yet. So at least unless they're behind all those young football players who I can hear whooping it up inside that headdress there, Aaron. Having a good time.
Yeah, as they should, Matt, for sure. And, of course, it's a a tradition that has gone on for some years now in late October. It's also the pink out game for breast cancer awareness. So good to see the charmers and cheerleaders, and of course you'll see accessories and towels and things like that on the football players as well. So good to see that support.
Yeah, a lot of pink tonight. You'll see the players on both teams spatted up, if you will. They tape that pink tape around their ankles and their shoes. So that's good to see that. That's been going on for years now. So as we await teams to come out, let's look at our starting lineups for Jacksonville, sponsored by Gene Brumlow and Ann Farmer, South Jackson Dairy Queen. We'll start with Jacksonville defensively up front. DeVarian Boyd at defensive end, Caden Franklin at defensive end, Keelan McCullough and Aiden Gay, the defensive tackles. Dylan Roberts at linebacker, Calvin Bryant at a linebacker, Xavier Kendrick, Pinson, Bearden, and Devin McEwen in the secondary for Jacksonville. On the offensive side of the football for Jacksonville on the offensive line, Billy Bateman and Alex Martinez on the left side, Brantley Bauer, Blake Causey, and Hagan Ray. Devin McEwen is at wide receiver along with Ryan McCown at quarterback. Calvin Bryant will be the other wide out. You'll see Cash Bearden. Isaiah Mallard will start in the backfield, and the air H-back is Ryan Walker. Now let's tune our attention to the north end zone as they introduce these young players.
The age 9 and 10 sophomore team, coached by Eric Johnson, has a division record of 3-0. And also, with the win on Saturday, will win the division championship. The age 11 and 12 junior team, coached by Derek Nahel, has a division record of 3-0. And also, with a win on Saturday, will clinch the division championship. Saturday's games versus the Troop Tigers kick off at
Now, one of those coaches right there was a great player for Jacksonville, Derek Donnell, back in the day. Coach, good luck, buddy. Have a good one. Oh, yeah.
You can hear them from up here, Matt.
They're ready to go, man. I don't know who's holding those kids back, but they must be pretty strong because those guys are ready to go.
Of course, you heard Chip Pittman announcing the records for those teams. Boy, a lot of winning going on Saturdays for Jacksonville.
I heard that. Look at this guy. Hey, man, how are you? Good to see you. Mr. Derek Donnell there. Derek, I gave you some kudos for being one of the players back in the day. So, yeah. We know where you were.
Yes, sir.
Looks like he could still go, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got some eligibility left, but we could use it. We could take him.
Here they
come, buddy.
And here come your Fightin Indians.
These are some little dudes down here, man. Wow. They start them young. I love it.
Good to see.
Let's go, babe. Let's go. Hey.
So the Fightin Indians have made their way out. Now here come the Dragons on the far side.
Come on, man. Let's go. Have a game.
Dragons in all white tonight. Jacksonville in the traditional Blue helmets,
Oh my God.
blue tops, gold pants.
Man. Good to see you. All right. Oh my goodness, Jeremy Chappelle, coaching too. How about that? It's one of the Brook Hill greats, huh?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, played in Jacksonville as a freshman on the varsity and then transferred to Brook Hill. And you know he caught passes from in college, don't you?
Yeah, some guy named Prescott.
Yeah, little Dak, man. I just shook his hand, and my hand just absolutely disappeared inside his hand. I had like a baby hand when I shook hands with him. That's how big his hand is. Okay, we're set to go here. Look at this. I love this. The Youth Football League just lined up for the national anthem. Players lined up. We're set to go. So he's introducing them for us here.
Peyton Singleton, Hannah Starling, and Dane Trent, under the direction of the Jacksonville High School Choir Director Tiffany Hammock, as they sing our national anthem.
JHS choir members being introduced, as now they will sing the national anthem. What a beautiful rendition of our national anthem by the JHS choir members. I want to say their names one more time. Emma Dorman, Juliana Dublin, Walker Dublin, Alexis Mendoza Sanchez, Laura Simpson, Caden Singleton, Hannah Starling, and Dane Trent, under the direction of JHS choir director Tiffany Hammock. What an outstanding job.
Hey, Matt, I gotta tell you, I had a chance to go down to Cherokee Civic Theater last Saturday night to see their production.
You're so cultured, Aaron.
Yeah, that's right. To see their production of Little Women and Dane Trent.
I'm sitting home watching reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
And you're going to a play.
Well, and Dane Trent was in the cast and did a fantastic job.
Awesome. A lot of talent here in Jacksonville. So just so you know, Jacksonville is going to get the ball first because Nac won the toss before the game and they elected to defer. Hey, Jay. How are you?
Devin still out?
No, he's playing. He's here. Yeah. Sorry.
For the Nacogdoches Dragons.
You hear all these pregame talks on the sidelines I got to have, so.
There
hey,
you
man.
go.
How are you? Good to see you, man.
Well, everybody has to have you got to have your pregame talk with Matt Montgomery. I mean, that's just how it works.
Yeah, I tell you, it's tough when some of these men walk up to me and they shake my hand. Hey, long time no see, and I look at them and I go, they've grown up. I mean, I remember as a kid, they've changed a little bit. Now the guys are getting a little bit bigger. I'm starting to see a little size coming through now, these youth football players, as you can see them down here walking down the sideline. So Jacksonville is going to take the football or get the football as Nac defers. Jacksonville will be going from left to right. Aaron, the wind's going to be a bit of a factor tonight coming out of the north, as looking at the weather, expected to see some gusts of wind up to 15, 17 miles per hour. So that could be a factor tonight, especially for the punters and the kickers and the quarterbacks throwing the football as well. So Jacksonville will see their offense on the field. First, Devin McEwen. Good to see him back. He'll be dropping back deep for Jacksonville. Then the next level is Ryan Walker. Will comprise that. Boy, he got his hands a little dirty last week on the kickoffs. I think he caught like 4 kickoffs last week. Jose Castillo of Jacksonville joins Ryan Walker at that second level. So Jacksonville, Nacogdoches, both teams 1 and 2 in District 9 5A Division 2A play. Huge game for both teams to try to stay alive in this district race. A must-win, or you are really not mathematically eliminated, but it's going to be tough for you to get any further than that. Denzel Hinojosa, the junior, tees it up for Nac as ball falls off the tee. Told you there was a little wind. So we're set to go at Tomato Bowl. Glad you're with us here on JHS-sports.com as the Fightin Indians tee it up for the 73rd time against Nacogdoches, and here's Aaron Swing.
And we are underway. A short kickoff fielded by Walker. Fair catch.
That's quick.
Made just outside the 25, and that was quick. I don't know. Jacksonville was quite ready for that, but Walker able to make the play.
A lot of kickoff teams will bunch up like that and turn around and surprise you. And Ryan Walker right there with a fair catch. So Jacksonville gets it on their 27 to start. It'll be Ryan McCown in the backfield, flanked by Isaiah Mallard. Ryan Walker at your H-back. Double wide right for Jacksonville to start the game.
Shotgun look for the Indians. They will be in the gun all night as McCown looks right, flings for McEwen, and he is swarmed right there at the point of the catch.
Yeah, they'll give him forward progress to the 30, so it'll be a pickup of 3-second 7. Short passing game right there. Ryan got the ball out really quick. And this is a very, I said this earlier, very fast Nacogdoches defense. Again, the Dragons, they'll hit you. They'll bring the hat. Their offense has struggled, and their defense has had to keep them in a lot of ball games. Unfortunately, they've just been unable to do that. So 2nd and 7 for Jacksonville.
Indians will go with 2 receivers each way. Ball is on the right hash. McCowan drops back, sets, fires over the middle into double coverage. Not a very good decision there, but incomplete.
Yeah, looking for Pinson right there. I mean, the ball was thrown really low right there, and it was Demaria Weaver, who actually is the leading receiver for Nacogdoches playing defense. He almost came away with that pick, 3rd and 7. And you're right, Aaron. That was a dangerous throw in double coverage, but give Weaver credit for jumping that route.
So just underway, it's 3rd down and 7 for Jacksonville, looking to extend the drive. McCowan fakes a handoff, rolls to his left, sets, fires, deep ball, incomplete.
Led him just a little bit too far. Pinson really had a step on the defensive back, but Ryan McCown's pass, keeping it away from the safety, just didn't give Tony enough room on that sideline to make the catch. So here's Dylan Roberts to punt for Jacksonville, standing at his own 18-yard line, as Jacksonville will go 3 and out on their opening possession. Got a little wind in his face.
So 2 Dragons back deep at about their 40 as Roberts gets away a good kick.
That is nice.
That will take a Jacksonville roll down all the way to the Nacogdoches 24.
Well, I tell you what, Ryan Travis has got to be impressed with that punt into the wind. He kept it low, and then he got the bounce. Very nice drill and kick. I don't think Nacogdoches did a very good job fielding that punt. He had a chance to get it on the hop, and he didn't. So Jacksonville goes 3 and out. Nacogdoches coming to bat.
We'll see who the Dragons roll out at quarterback here. Matt, as we had some questions in the pregame, it looks like it will be Isaac Jones.
Yeah, it'll be the junior, who's 5 of 12 for 88 yards on the year. That's all his stats right there.
He's got 2 receivers on his right. He's going to go for one of them in the slot. He's got his man at midfield and a whole lot more. Can Jacksonville catch him? They cannot. Touchdown, Nacogdoches. First play from scrimmage.
Samadrick Bland, the junior, just coming out of the – he was in the slot, slips out into the linebacker area, and he splits the safeties and goes the distance. 75 yards on the first offensive play for Nacogdoches. And the Jacksonville defense continues to have problems, guys, particularly covering the passing of the opposing team. So Nat going for 2 here. No, he's going to step down. I'm sorry. Isaac Jones will hold.
The extra point attempt brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty. The kick is good. 10:45 to go first quarter. Already the score, Nacogdoches 7, Jacksonville nothing. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville, just underway here in the first quarter. Nacogdoches leading Jacksonville by a score of 7-0. And Matt, it's another quick strike scoring drive against the Indian defense.
I mean, he just caught the ball, did Bland for Nacogdoches in the linebacker area. The Fightin' Indians just didn't take good tackling angles, and he goes 75. Ball falls off the tee. They'll have to tee it up. And again, I mean, these are breakdowns that, I mean, I know you're having to, move some guys around, but man, you got to make a better shot at tackle than that.
Kick on the way. We'll take one hop. McEwen picks it up cleanly. He's got a head of steam, and he's out over the 30-yard line and finally knocked down.
That's good to see Devin McEwen back. Boy, he just attacks. He just attacks the opposing team when he has the football. There's no east and west in him, buddy. He goes straight north and south. He gives Jacksonville better field position than their opening possession. They'll start this drive at their own 34-yard line. That last possession, the first one, Jacksonville went 3 and out. See if they can do better than that here. They better.
Mallard is the back with McCown. McCown will hand off to him. Mallard around right end, and he'll pick up about a yard.
Just quickness by Nacogdoches getting down that line of scrimmage as Michael Anderson comes over, 6 foot, 190-pound junior linebacker sliding down the line of scrimmage before Isaiah could get ahead of steam. He does pick up 2, second down, 8 now for Jacksonville.
As we go toward the 10-minute mark in the first quarter, 2 backs in the backfield for the Fightin' Indians.
Devin.
Stretch play, handoff left side to McEwen, and he'll make his way up to about the 39, gain of about 4.
Yeah, that stretch play, Devin McEwen has that option. If he sees a gap, he sees a crease right there, he can plant that foot in the ground and cut right back up into the teeth of the defense and try to keep him, catch them over pursuing. And he does for 5. So third down, 3 to go now for Jacksonville.
2 Indian receivers right, 1 left. Mallard the back with McCown. McCown fakes a handoff, keeps, rolls right, throws
caught
over the middle. It's caught, and that will be good with forward progression.
Wow.
For the Bill McCray Ford first down.
So Pinson makes the catch, and he is viciously tackled. I thought after the whistle right there, number 3, Kellen Elder.
Yeah, they clearly had his forward progress stopped, and
I heard the whistle and
kept going.
Yeah, he just flipped him out of bounds. No call by the official, but Jacksonville does pick up their first Bill McCray Ford first down.
Now McCown hands off to Mallard, looking for room to run on the left side, can't find it.
Well, Jacksonville's offensive line just whiffed on that left side right there. I mean, just Mallard had nowhere to go. It's been a struggle running the ball for Jacksonville in 2021.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15, back to the Jacksonville 40. Indians will go 2 receivers each way this time. McCown, 3-step drop, sets his feet, got to get rid of the ball over the middle, got a man, slant route. First down yardage
Pinson.
That's your Bill McCray Ford first down. Tony Pinson with the catch, as you said, Matt. And just like that, Jacksonville into Nacogdoches territory for the first time.
Well, I really like the way that Ryan McCown got over the top of that ball right there when he threw it. And Pinson did a nice job getting in, finding that empty zone area, and then turning around and just staying right there and letting Ryan McCown throw a fastball down the middle for the first down.
2 each way go the Indian receivers. Ball on the left hash. McCown looks left, throws left, got a man, got a screen set up.
McEwen.
And Devin for about 8, maybe 9. We'll see where they spot him.
You see how quickly Ryan is getting the football out. And if you're Nacogdoches, that's going to be hard to defend when you've got possession receivers that run such good routes like Pinson, like Devin McEwen. I mean, that's almost like a running play for Jacksonville. McEwen picks up 7.
I'll give him 7, yeah. So 2nd down and 3. McCown this time looking right, throwing. Incomplete.
A little bit behind Devin right there. And
Intended for number 14, Devin McEwen, incomplete.
not quite double coverage right there, but the linebacker dropped back quickly. And you got to know that Nacogdoches coming into the game, they know where number 14 is for Jacksonville. They're aware of Devin McEwen just like everybody else.
Yeah, he's not a guy you can hide.
No, not anymore. Maybe last year as a sophomore, but now not anymore.
So now 3rd down and 3 for Jacksonville as they look to extend the drive. The passes to Mallard out of the backfield, makes the man miss, cuts, got first down yardage and more. He may score. He's at the 5, and he's finally shoved out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A huge Bill McCray Ford first down, 1st and goal.
34-yard pickup for Isaiah Mallard. Down to the 1, 1st and goal as Jacksonville answers. What a nice move. And, boy, Mallard really does a fantastic – he did it last week against Pine Tree a couple of times. He goes toward the sideline as he's running out of real estate. The defender thinks he's got him, and he just plants his foot right before he hits the white and just cuts straight up the field. And he takes it to the 1.
So Jacksonville knocking on the door now.
So you've got Mallard in the Wildcat, Jose Castillo and Ryan Walker check in, and Jacksonville doesn't have the personnel they need on the field. JT Johnson not ready. Timeout, Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're going to take the timeout. We'll take it with them. A short break. This is Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
For over 120 years, we've worked to be the most trusted bank in East Texas. Strong leadership, active involvement in the community, and long-term relationships with customers piece together the strong foundation on which we base our business. A community bank dedicated to serving our local families and businesses. Visit any one of our locations across East Texas and let us show you why we've been the bank of choice since 1900.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's...
Look who's going to take this snap
and
here.
We're back. 1st and goal for Jacksonville.
So Mallard and Spooney in the backfield.
Mallard takes the snap, looking for the goal line. Straight ahead he goes.
Close, not there.
And he's not quite there.
Took that little step to the right, trying to see it develop, and when he did, Nacogdoches, with their speed, they closed it in a hurry.
2nd down and goal.
So Mallard will stay in at the Wildcat position, and Calvin Bryant right next to him in the backfield, leading him through that hole, along with Ryan Walker and Jose Castillo.
So 2nd and goal as Jacksonville looks to punch it in. Mallard takes the snap, gonna dive for the goal line again. This time he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
What a great read by the senior, Isaiah Mallard. Just a little bit of a pause right there when he was at the 4-yard line. He waited for it to develop, and then he took off and went right into the gap. Just a good decision that time to not rush it, to be patient. And now here's Aaron Bagera out of the hold of Ryan McCown to tie this game up.
Extra point attempt is brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty. The kick is on the way and good. So with 6:50 to go in the first quarter, our score now, Nacogdoches 7 and Jacksonville 7. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fightin Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Hi, this is Ben Peacock, proud principal of Jacksonville High School. On behalf of the awesome students and staff members at JHS, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's game. From exceptional academics to a robust catalog of extracurricular programs, our campus provides a truly impressive array of opportunities for all Jacksonville students. For more information about Jacksonville High School, please visit jisd.org.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
And we are back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 6:50 to go first quarter. Tie ball game now. Jacksonville 7 and Nacogdoches 7 with the Fightin Indians scoring drive summary. Here's Todd Travis. Todd?
It was a 10-play drive, covered 67 yards, finishing with a touchdown, tying the game at 7, sorry. I was looking at 10, catching it.
Yeah, the kickoff fielded on the near side, and trying to make one too many moves was Joe Carter. He tripped himself up at the 25.
Aaron just checked with Ryan McCown. He said he took a helmet just below the kneecap, and he said, I'm okay. It just kind of bruised a little bit, so it's nothing serious, except he's just going to have to play with a little pain. Got a little bone bruise there right below the kneecap, but he's going to be fine. So here's Nac on their second possession. They scored on a 75-yard touchdown pass on their first play on offense. Let's see any adjustments Jacksonville's made to stop that kind of play, huh?
Two blocking backs in on the left side. The handoff will go that way and up the middle to the 34-yard line.
Jakyron Pruitt.
Yeah, Pruitt.
He's a sophomore. 6 foot, 180-pounder for Coach Darren Allman. By the way, the defensive coordinator for Nacogdoches, JHS class of 1981, Mr. Jay Brown. Over there on the opposite sideline, it's always got to feel weird for Jay, I'm sure, to come back to Tomato Bowl and coach against the Jacksonville Fightin Indians. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2 now for Nac.
Pruitt, the back, will stay in. There'll be a fake handoff this time from Smith. He will fire to his right complete for first down yardage.
James Williams.
Finds Williams. Yeah.
Coming out of the
sophomore.
Yep.
Boy, there's sophomores all over this roster.
Yeah, they do. They're young, and I think I counted 9. So last week Pine Tree had 8. I think I counted 9 for Nacogdoches. So I'll count those up here in a minute. But that's 2 sophomores on 2 consecutive plays that has Nacogdoches a first down out to their 44-yard line.
Trips left go the receivers this time for the Dragons, but Smith will keep. He will run around right end and make his way out near midfield.
Yeah, good job coming up, making the tackle for Jacksonville.
I said Smith. I meant Jones. That's Isaac Jones, number 5.
Anthony Cummings and Calvin Bryant on the tackle for Jacksonville.
About a 6-yard pickup. Second down.
Jones picks up 6 for Nac.
Same look with 3 receivers on the left side, and Jones will look that way, then roll to his right and just fling it away.
And now there's a flag, maybe a lineman downfield right here is the head linesman on the Jacksonville side. You know, when you see that flag that late, it's got to be one of the Jacksonville coaches say, hey, see that lineman downfield? And then he throws the flag. Let's see if that's the call, because it came really late right there. Yeah, that's what it is. That's just a good call by Jacksonville's coaching staff, watching that. As Jones was wanting to throw a quick pass to the left, he kept it. And it was going to be a screen pass. There was nothing there, so he goes to the other side, throws it away. Lineman downfield. Officials talking to Wayne Coleman to see if he wants to take the down or the yardage. And they're still talking about it.
Get a chance to hear the Fightin' Indian band with a little Wabash cannonball.
Oh, you know your tunes, man. I didn't know that was Wabash. I mean, really?
I'm open to correction.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
You're going to plays on the weekend, and now you're knowing the song the band's playing. You're wearing me out with all this culture, dude. You got it down.
So back to action here. 3rd down and 5.
Took the down. Is that what I think? It's yeah.
Yeah.
Took the down. So 3rd down for Nac. See if Jacksonville can get off the field here defensively with a stop. They got movement, so now it's going to be 3rd and 9. More like 3rd and 10, perhaps.
Yeah, about 3rd and 10.
Yeah. So they'll get Connor Makinich,
and
a sophomore.
I think, Ryan, did they pick the flag up, Ryan, on that last? Yeah, that was what the discussion was,
Oh,
Matt.
so they picked it up.
They did.
That's right. So 3rd and 10 for Nac.
So Jacksonville's defense looking for a big stop here. Passing situation for Jones. Here comes the Indian pressure. Jones gets away. He's going to run. Can the Indians knock him down short of the marker? They cannot as he dives for it, and that will extend the drive.
Well, Isaac Jones is a pretty good running quarterback. I know this is his first start. The junior mainly plays defense for Nacogdoches, and having to step in tonight, as we mentioned earlier, as Gus Smith, the senior quarterback, out in concussion protocol. He's done a nice job. Already has a 75-yard touchdown pass to his credit on the first offensive play for Nac, and he's got him on the move again. 1st down in Jacksonville territory at the 47.
4:45 and counting. This time the handoff straight ahead. A big run into the Jacksonville secondary.
On Darius Pleasant. I was just wondering if somebody was going to touch Pleasant. He went through that defensive front of Jacksonville between the guards, and nobody for Jacksonville laid a hand on him until the secondary, Dylan Roberts, who took a shot to the knee, and he's down on the turf. We'll take a timeout here, Aaron.
Yeah, we'll step away. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help you find the right coverage for you and your family.
And we're back as Jacksonville's Dylan Roberts is able to make his way off the field under his own power, so that's good to see.
Boy, you like to see those guys when they go down like that, get up and walk off like Dylan Roberts is doing right now. Nac picks up the 1st down, and they're in business at the Jacksonville 38.
Jones takes the snap, going to roll to his left. He loses the ball. He's just going to dive back on it. Oh, boy.
Easy, buddy.
Oh, man. Jones dove on the ball, so of course he was down. You saw a late hit come in there.
Oh, Dominic Bowens, the sophomore, coming in like that.
Yeah, thankfully no call.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to think. Guy's falling on the ball. He's not going anywhere. There's no reason to jump on him like that. Big loss. 2nd and 20 now for Nac. Loss of 10.
3:55 and counting now here in the first quarter, as the Dragons find themselves behind the chains. So Jones will look to the sideline to get the play. He will be joined in the backfield by Pleasant, who had the big 1st down run earlier in the drive. Pleasant gets the handoff and goes straight ahead to get a little bit of that fumble yardage back.
Yep, nice job by Caden Franklin. Sliding off the block of Otis Tutt, 6'1", 305. I would say that Caden's got his work cut out for him tonight, guys. 305-pounder right in front of him. So 3rd down, 15 to go for Nac here.
We'll go under the 3-minute mark here when the ball is snapped on this play as Jones looks over the middle, slant route, got a man right at the marker. The ball may have come out. Looks like Nacogdoches is on it. We'll see where they spot the ball.
So they still haven't pulled the change yet. Yes, they did. That's a 1st down.
Wow.
Oh, man. That second level between the safeties and the defensive line, the linebacker area, it is just not happening for Jacksonville with pass coverage right now. Late arrival defensively for Jacksonville is Adarius Hinton.
So the 1st down is down to the 25 as Jones slings it out to the left side. It's complete down inside the red zone. Go the Dragons.
So Modric Bland.
Bland makes the catch.
His second catch, he had a 75-yard touchdown for Nac earlier and makes 9, 2nd and 1. Boy, you had a chance to get off the field, 3rd and 15. And they just converted that 1st down. They were just barely, they made 15.5 yards.
Yeah, they did.
Looks free like play.
Movement
That's a free
front.
play.
It is a free play.
Thank goodness Jacksonville kept playing right there. Cash Bearden stepping in and knocking it away. A lot of times players will just relax and let that free play happen, and then the offense will score. So Jacksonville looks like they jumped. That's going to be a 1st down.
Offside, defense, number 29.
Dominique Bowens.
Yeah, so he's
sophomore.
Had a rough start tonight, has Bowens.
Did I say that he was a sophomore?
You did.
Okay. So Nac now in the red zone at the Jacksonville 11, 1st down.
2 receivers wide right, 1 left this time. Handoff those straight ahead and down inside the 5.
That's going to be James Williams. No, check that.
That's Pruitt, yeah.
That's Pruitt. Pruitt, not 34, that's 24. Pruitt gets it to the 1, 1st and goal, Nac.
So the Dragons threatening again here before the end of the 1st. And straight ahead and in.
It's Pruitt for the score. Why not? Got you down there to the 1. Let him score and get the points. And Nac, on their 2 first quarter possessions so far, they've scored 2 touchdowns. So 13-7. And the Dragons will bring Denzel Hinojosa out to try to stretch this lead to a touchdown lead.
And the extra point attempt brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty is on the way and good. So with 1:37 to go in the 1st quarter, our score now, Nacogdoches 14 and Jacksonville 7. We'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Hi, this is Ben Peacock, proud principal of Jacksonville High School. On behalf of the awesome students and staff members at JHS, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's game. From exceptional academics to a robust catalog of extracurricular programs, our campus provides a truly impressive array of opportunities for all Jacksonville students. For more information about Jacksonville High School, please visit jisd.org.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 1:37 to go, 1st quarter. Nacogdoches now leading Jacksonville by a score of 14-7 with the Nacogdoches scoring drive summary. Throw it back over to Todd Travis. Todd?
It was a 12-play drive, covered 75 yards, finishing with a touchdown, putting the Dragons up 14-7.
Short kickoff, bouncing ball is fielded cleanly, but not much on the return.
It's Ryan Walker. tell you, teams have discovered where Ryan Walker is. Not that he isn't a good player, but he is a 10th grader, and they're going to put him in situations where they're going to try to take advantage of that lack of varsity experience. But Ryan's holding up okay. He's doing fine. So Nac with a 75-yard touchdown pass on their first offensive play, now with a 12-play drive for their second score, now at 14-7. And this is a Nacogdoches offense that, let's just be honest, they're just not very. They haven't been very impressive in 2021. And boy, they come into the Tomato Bowl, they've scored their first 2 possessions.
So Jacksonville back to work with 2 receivers on the right. The handoff, though, is to Mallard straight ahead. He goes for a few.
Just no push right there again. When I mentioned that, I mentioned the word, I say push all the time. And what I mean by that is, if you can at least if you stand up against that defensive front and you can at least move them off the ball and screen them just for just a scooch, if you know what a scooch is, Aaron, and you can give your back, just a guy like Isaiah Mallard, a little slice, a little space, he can get through that little crease. So far in this game, that Jacksonville's offensive line is getting none of that.
Yeah, they're actually going to give him no gain, so
they're just not getting any of that.
2nd and 10 for Jacksonville. McCowan under pressure. Got to scramble to get away from it, and he goes down hard.
Wow. Pocket broke down quickly. It's going to be tough against this Nac defense for Ryan McCowan to do a straight drop back. They're going to have to get him on the run. And you see that noticeable limp when he took that helmet to the knee earlier. When he steps back in the pocket, he doesn't have a lot of time.
So a big loss sees it 3rd and 18. This will probably be the last play of the first quarter if Jacksonville elects to snap it.
No, they're not. They're going to let it run out.
Yeah, they will not. So as they switch ends after 1, the score, Nacogdoches 14, Jacksonville 7. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business. Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help you find the right coverage for you and your family.
And we are back at the historic Tomato Bowl as we get set to begin the second quarter of play. Jacksonville trailing Nacogdoches by a score 14-7, and behind the sticks again, Matt.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night for Jacksonville offensively if they can't get any better blocking than that. Look, Nac's not doing anything fancy up front. They're not, stunting, coming off each other's backsides. No, they're just forcing their way into the backfield. So 3rd down, 17 now for Jacks.
So McCowan going to have to scramble out to his right, get out of the pressure, and fires for McEwen.
Is that McEwen with a catch?
And he's got it. And
it's
it
a first
looks
down.
like he's got the Bill McCray Ford first down. He does.
Let's see. Are they moving the chains? Oh, wow. Said he's out of bounds.
And
where's the replay? Where's the replay?
Yeah.
He caught the football. He just said, that's so far over there, I can't tell.
Yeah, he was definitely tight-roping that sideline and didn't quite get it.
So good to see Dylan Roberts back in the ballgame after being injured. He walked off under his own power. Now he's standing at his 5-yard line to punt for Jacksonville. He's got a little bit of a wind in his face here.
Yes, Samodrick Bland
to
return. He's at about midfield. Boy, Roberts just gets this one away.
Oh, they should have blocked that.
And it'll hop out of bounds on the Jacksonville side of the 50.
I could see him coming. Demaria Weaver. He was coming up the middle, and if he would have stretched out, he blocks that. And I don't know why he just kind of kept his arms in the air, but they had the block on, and he just whiffed. And thankfully, Dylan Roberts got that football away, but it's still a short field for Nac, up 14-7. As the Jacksonville offense is just struggling right now.
Yeah,
that nice drive, but the other two have been pretty ugly.
Yeah, ball sitting now at the Jacksonville 41 as Roberts was able to get the punt away, but under pressure, so Nacogdoches starts with another short field. This time a swing pass to the right side is caught. Nice screen blocking set up out there for Demarie Weaver as he makes his way out to about the Jacksonville 35.
Henson makes the tackle, checks out. Devin McEwen checks in at safety, and saw a little soft coverage by the Jacksonville corners, but well played enough by Pinson from his safety position to keep that just to a 7-yard gain, or 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Now man in motion from the left to the right. He gets the pitch from Jones and got first down yardage down to the Jacksonville 29.
McEwen, Kendrick.
Yeah, LJ Ledden on the carry.
Hey, your secondary's coming up and making those tackles. So Jacksonville up front. Again, not just offensively struggling tonight, but this larger offensive line. They got a 305-pounder and a 330-pounder on this Nac offensive line.
So first down for the Dragons. Jones under a little pressure, gets away from the contact though, makes the completion, and the first down yardage is picked up.
So it's Lockett? Is that the sophomore's name?
Yeah, that's Mikhail Lockett.
Lockett, his first play, and Jacksonville defensively, they send Dylan Roberts on the blitz, and Lockett dodges. An oncoming Dylan Roberts. Roberts had him dead to rights, and Lockett just stepped to the side, and he got the ball away for his first varsity completion, and it's a first down to the Jacksonville 15, and he's staying in the game as Lockett, the sophomore.
He takes the snap, he hands it off straight ahead and straight down to the Jacksonville 5-yard line goes Pruitt.
First and goal for Nac. You asked me before the game what was going to be the key to the game for Jacksonville. That would be stopping the run. And as we are at 9:55 and counting in the second quarter, they haven't done it yet as Jacksonville defensively. And now they jump. Free play.
Lockett, free play, throws into the end zone. He's got his first varsity touchdown pass.
Free play, Jacksonville jumps off sides. They pause. Nac completes it.
There is a penalty marker down. We'll check it. But
it's against Jacksonville. Anytime you see.
There it is.
Yeah, it's offsides. Anytime you see the offense complete that and the official signals for the catch, it's against the defense. So 20-7, Nac.
Extra point attempt on the way, brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty. It is good. So with 9:44 to go in the first half, our score now, Nacogdoches 21, Jacksonville 7. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
Hi, this is Ben Peacock, proud principal of Jacksonville High School. On behalf of the awesome students and staff members at JHS, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's game. From exceptional academics to a robust catalog of extracurricular programs, our campus provides a truly impressive array of opportunities for all Jacksonville students. For more information about Jacksonville High School, please visit
And we're back live, 9:44 to go to the half. Our score, Nacogdoches 21, Jacksonville 7, with the Nacogdoches scoring drive summary. Here's Todd Travis. Todd?
That was a 5-play drive, covered 41 yards, finishing with a touchdown, putting Nacogdoches up 21-7.
Well, and it rains, it pours, Matt.
Yep. Ryan Walker fields his 57th kickoff return so far.
Something like that, yeah.
In the seventh week. He'll just smother that football at the Jacksonville 27.
Start this drive, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So this game's starting off a lot like the last couple of weeks, guys. Maybe not as bad as Marshall when that avalanche of scoring happened in the second quarter against the Mavericks. But so far, Jacksonville is 0-3 in stopping Nac offensively. All 3 offensive possessions have resulted in touchdowns.
Trips right, 1 left, go the Indian receivers. McCowan rolls to his right, looks that way, throws, and incomplete.
Trying to throw that ball low and away to Tony Pinson, and too far. Too much low and away. Skylar Whitaker will check in for Jacksonville, and Pinson will check out. And, Ryan McCown, you can see him limping right there. Not sure if that's having any effect on his delivery. It's got to. I mean, he's thrown a couple balls a little bit low since he's been hitting the knee. You don't know if that's affected his throwing motion, because a lot of that is in your footwork. 2nd and 10.
Trips right, 1 left. This time, McCown under all kinds of pressure. Just got to get rid of the ball. Lucky that's not intercepted.
He had Mallard up the sideline and almost got it away. What a Houdini move by McCowan, reaching down and rubbing that left knee. As he was coming to his left, he had to get that body whipped around and got the ball away, and the safety came over, number 12, knocked it away. Number 10, Joe Carter. So 3rd down and 10 after 2 consecutive incompletions by Jacksonville through the air.
So now McCown under all kinds of pressure. Got to get away from one. He does, and now
good grief,
just flings it into the turf, and that'll do it for that drive.
That's intended for number 13, Xavier.
Oh, man.
Incomplete.
Just not even.
Brings up
Caden Fields, number 42. Got up a little gingerly for Nac right there. He came in absolutely untouched. I know Jacksonville had a waggle.
For the Fightin Indians, number 7,
Ryan was supposed to beat him out to the outside, but you still got to get a chip on him and help him out. So this is the, 3rd consecutive 3-and-out for Jacksonville since their score?
So Roberts, again, Nacogdoches bringing some pressure. Roberts able to get the punt away, takes a nice Jacksonville bounce down inside the Nac 40-yard line all the way down to the 35 where Jacksonville downs it.
Well, you can't keep going 3-and-out and expect your defense to hold Nacogdoches out of the end zone.
Dragons will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, they have not done it yet.
0 for 3 on your defense and giving up stopping Nac. As the Indians just still no answer for stopping the running game of the opposing teams. And tonight it's Nacogdoches having their way running the ball.
So right back to work.
Sophomores in at quarterback again.
Go the Dragons, and this time handoff straight up the middle, moves the pile out over the 40.
Number 24, Jakyron Pruitt.
And that time Jacksonville, Caden Franklin played that very well, as did Dominique Bowens. But still, just the push of that offensive line, he still gets 5 yards. And it was a great play by Franklin and Bowens making the tackle. You still get 5.
So now 8:44 and counting here to the half. So 2nd and 5 or about 6. Handoff is straight ahead, big 1st down yardage and more, all the way into Jacksonville territory to the 46. Goes Pruitt.
Just a off-tackle play that Carter took. Bennett to the outside, edge not sealed at all.
So Jacksonville still with no answer for the Nac running game. First and 10, Dragons ball at the Jacksonville 46-yard line. They got two receivers left, one right. Do the Dragons with the handoff straight ahead and a big burst down to the 39 of Jacksonville goes Pleasant.
7-yard gain on the play.
Picks up 7.
I mean, there's really no other way to describe it right now. It's just Jacksonville just getting manhandled up front. And the running backs, once they get to that second level, some of the Jacksonville, the secondary is just, it's tough for them to bring down those bowling balls that Nacogdoches has as running backs. These guys 180, 185, 190.
Yeah, second down and 3. High snap. Lockett brings it down, fires left, got his man there right at the sticks, got first down yardage, and then just steps out of bounds or he scores.
That's Bland. And Bland coming into the ball game, the leading rusher for Nacogdoches. And he's been more effective tonight through the air. And how about Darren Allman working his sophomore quarterback in, just called up from the JV this week. You may want to keep this kid up. He's pretty cool back there for Nac.
Yeah, two receivers right for Lockett, one on his left, one back. The handoff is to him, and he'll make his way out to about the Jacksonville 27. That's Pleasant.
Pleasant, 5'11", 210. And that's what I was saying earlier, like a bowling ball. You know, when you're 155, 160 coming up from the secondary and that guy's 210 with a head of steam, that's a tough tackle to make. So second down, 5 after Pleasant picks up 5 for Nac.
This time Lockett looks to throw, slant right over the middle. It's tipped. It's intercepted.
They're going to call interference on Jacksonville.
And this is coming back. So what would have been possibly a pick 6 is coming back.
Unbelievable. It's Xavier Kendrick on the tip drill. Takes it 85 yards for a pick 6, but it's going to be interference against Jacksonville. And what a return by Kendrick. Man, Nacogdoches didn't quit on the play. I mean, he actually earned that 85-yard return, but nevertheless, it looks like the officials are going to call the back judge. In fact, there were two flags thrown, one from the side judge, one from the back judge. So both of them saw the same thing. It's going to be an automatic first down for Nacogdoches.
Interference. Defense number 23. The ball be placed.
They're going to get Calvin Bryant
Automatic first down.
for interference. Got there just a little bit too soon, made a play on the ball, went through the player to make it though. So that'll negate the interception by Kendrick. It would have been his second pick of the year. So now it's first down in Jacksonville's red zone at the 19.
And so now Lockett going to keep it himself, going to try to run up the middle. Jacksonville has other plans.
Number 15.
Yeah, Lockett looked out here for a quick pass to Jalen Brown, and he had space to get the ball to him, and for some reason he just decided to pull it down, and he who hesitates is lost, and he'll learn at the varsity level. You're not going to pause like that, not think that there's going to be a bunch of blue jerseys swarm you like Jacksonville did for the 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11.
And so now Lockett going to just hand off straight ahead. Again,
Nice.
Jacksonville plugs the hole.
That? Nice Caden Franklin. Just fought the block off and got underneath the pads of number 76, Otis Tutt, that 6'1", 305-pounder. Just nice technique by Caden, the junior, getting underneath him and fighting off and making the tackle for another 1-yard loss, 3rd and 12. As they bring the junior back in, Isaac Jones at quarterback, and now Wayne Coleman is going to call timeout.
So we'll take the short break with them. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Homes and Properties Realty agents work hard for you to offer a full-service experience. They pride themselves on giving both buyers and sellers the representation they deserve and are ready to serve you today.
Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help you find the right coverage for you and your family.
And we're back. 5:12 to go. First half. Third and long for Nacogdoches.
This is a huge play, Aaron. I mean, it's obviously the biggest play for Jacksonville defensively. I mean, you're down 2 scores. You got a third and long right here. You definitely want to hold them to, at least a field goal if they don't get the first. You can't give up another score here. Huge play now for Jacksonville as Nac has loaded up the backfield. Look at this formation.
Yeah, full house. And the handoff.
That's a hold.
And surely a hold on this near side as the runner's still on his feet, but Jacksonville knocks him down short of the marker, so it'll bring up a 4th down.
Am I blind? Were they not taking Xavier Kendrick's jersey off right there?
Sure looked that way to me.
Oh, my goodness.
4th down and 3.
I don't know.
I think Dylan Roberts got mugged as well.
So they'll go for the field goal here. Got a little bit of a wind to his back. It's going to be marked just inside, we'll call it the 19, a 29-yard field goal attempt here for Hinojosa of Nac on the right hash. Don't jump off sides if you're Jacksonville. Timeout, Nac. You know what I'm saying, Aaron?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you know how they've done that.
Yeah, you don't want to give them anything here.
Keep your helmets on this side of the football. Don't jump.
Yeah, we were just talking. I mean, that's, obviously we're sitting here in week 7 and Jacksonville still having some of those execution procedural issues.
Yeah. I mean, look, I hate to sound whiny about calls, and Jacksonville's 1-5, and anybody watching this is going, oh, man, you're going to gripe about officiating when you're 1-5? No, I'm not. I mean, those guys have such a hard job. But, last week there were so many holding calls, and I was talking to a former official, college official that works here in Jacksonville. I won't name him, but he was saying, Matt, there was a lot of holding calls in the Pine Tree game last week that were not called. And Wayne Coleman, we talked about that privately this week. And look, different crews have different ways they call, and some, you could call holding on every play, I guess. And boy, they chose not to call anything. And I thought that one right there was so blatant. No call. So Nac brings their offense back out on the field to go for it on 4th down and 4. More like 4th and 3. Jacksonville is, good grief a moly.
Yeah, they still don't have their personnel into Jacksonville.
Oh, man.
So now they've got to burn a timeout. And those are the things, Matt, in week 7 that you just can't have.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. So, Lee Trethern and I are having a good laugh right now. He said steady, and he was talking to his crew. I thought he was talking to me. And I said, okay, I got you.
It's not
both
bad,
of us need to be steady.
It's not bad advice, Matt.
It's not bad advice, Lee.
I mean, really?
That's funny. I like that. But it's frustrating. You come out of a timeout right there. You think they're going to kick a field goal, and they bring their offense on the field.
And you're not ready.
And you're paralyzed. I mean, really? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, it's just crazy to me. Well, 4:30 remaining, and you burn all your timeouts right there. But, hey, here's the play right here. Huge play for Jacksonville defensively. Can you get a stop on 4th down?
Jacksonville looking for the big stop. Another full house backfield for the Dragons. High snap. Handoff is faked, and Jones tries to keep it, take it himself. He did not get there.
He lost yards.
Jacksonville will take over.
Wow. Jacksonville using their foot speed. Rolando Munoz getting over there with Franklin.
Tackle made by number 52,
Nice job, Caden Franklin, who's having a heck of a game defensively. In a game where Jacksonville has struggled, Caden Franklin has shined on that defensive line. Indians get the loss on the play of a couple. Actually, it'll be back at the line of scrimmage, so they did lose a couple. Okay. So Jacksonville gets the football back with that 4th down stop. Nice.
Had to have it if you're Jacksonville. So now 2 Indian receivers either side of a shotgun set. The ball sitting on the left hash. McCowan drops back, loads, fires over the middle, got his man.
Tony!
And Pinson has got the big Bill McCray Ford first down all the way out to the Jacksonville 36.
Boy, and Ryan McCowan just got that throw away. As Nacogdoches, we got somebody down here. It looks like it's Tony. But Ryan McCowan just got that ball away as the blitz was coming. So watch that now as they'll put pressure on McCown. Let's take a timeout right here.
Yeah, we'll step away for a short break. This is Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
For over 120 years, we've worked to be the most trusted bank in East Texas. Strong leadership, active involvement in the community, and long-term relationships with customers piece together the strong...
And we are back. Tony Pinson up and looking okay, Matt.
Yeah, running off on his own power. Love to see that as he gets a first down for Jacksonville after their 36.
Trips left, 1 right go the Indian receivers on this first down play. Ryan McCown drops back now under a little bit of pressure, just going to fling down the right side, incomplete.
Wow. Knack is
looking
bringing
for Mallard, but
yeah, he was, and having to throw that ball off his back foot because Knack is just bringing it. And look, I'm going to tell you, they're rushing 4, and you got 5 blocking. So what does that tell you? You got to get it done, offensive line. They are running right past you. JT Johnson checks in the ball game on 2nd and 10 for Jacksonville.
He'll be on the left side of McCowan. And McCowan looking to pass again, and he flings out to the right, but incomplete.
Yeah, Ryan's just not right. I mean, he just – you can tell he's just smacked his hands together and frustrated. That's the third ball in the dirt that he's thrown, and you know when you got that little hitch in your giddy up there with your knee getting bruised, you feel it when you're stepping forward and you just don't get a good, your footwork's just off a little bit. So 3rd down and 10 now as Johnson will stay in the backfield with Ryan.
So obvious passing down here. He's got 2 receivers either side. Does McCowan. Lots of options. He climbs up in the pocket, fires deep over the middle. It's caught by Devin. Huge Bill McCray Ford first down deep into Dragon territory all the way down to the 28-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, that was as good a ball as I've seen Ryan McCown throw maybe in his career just yet. He threw a rope down the middle of the field into the wind, about a 10-mile-an-hour wind, and it never wavered. Great catch, splitting the safeties. McEwen, Bill McCray Ford first down to the 28 and that.
So Jacksonville back in business, knocking on the door. The Dragon red zone. McCown looking right, throwing incomplete.
Pass intended for number 6,
Looking for Bearden, and boy, he just could not look it in.
Right to him. Right to him. I mean, that's 8 yards right there if he just gets tackled right where he caught it, but he had some room to run too. Just dropped it, 2nd 10, stops the clock. Again, Jacksonville, no timeouts here, but the field advantage favors them here with no timeouts.
McCown handing off this time. Mallard trying to dance his way laterally, and that won't work as he is swarmed.
Tackle made by number 8, Demaria Weaver.
I don't want to sound like a broken record here. Jacksonville is not going to be able to run the ball tonight. I will make that declaration right now. Unless Nat gets tired.
No sign of that so far, partner.
No.
So third down. Sorry.
Excuse me, Aaron. I was going to say they're just physically manhandling Jacksonville's offensive front.
Yes,
no other way to say it.
Yeah, third down and 11 now for Jacksonville. They're going to wheel man out of the backfield. Now McCowan looking over the middle, deep ball, but it's underthrown and intercepted. And now can Jacksonville make a tackle? They finally angle the man out of bounds, but Knack takes over.
Not a good decision by Ryan. Yeah, not a good decision by Ryan right there. He knows it. Just trying to make a play, and you had two Nacogdoches Dragons all over McEwen. And, sometimes you got to look away from Devin and use him as a decoy and find somebody else. I know he's the guy that you want to go to, but he was covered up by 2 Dragons in the end zone. And let's just call it like it is. It just wasn't a good throw. So Jacksonville loses an opportunity there to close this gap. Still down 2 scores.
So with still 2:21 to go to the half, Nacogdoches looking at another opportunity to extend their lead. The handoff straight ahead and moving the pile out near the Jacksonville 30 goes Pruitt.
Tackle made by number 13, Xavier
Kendrick, Caden Franklin again.
Called Franklin's name quite a bit already, as you said, Matt. I mean, even in a game where overall Jacksonville's been getting manhandled, the Jacksonville defense, that is, Caden Franklin has made himself available.
Yep.
Another handoff this time, and gashing right up the middle of that Indian defense for a first down is Pleasant as they just continue to roll in these backs.
So if you're Jacksonville secondary, you better pay attention because this is where Knack can burn you right here. You got to be careful, and you got to watch the crossing routes.
This time the quarterback keeps. Round left in, picks up a few. That was Jones.
So timeout, Knack. They'll have one remaining after this one.
Tony Pinson made that stop, so good to see him back in and making plays. Of course, he went down for a moment earlier, but he looks to be all right.
Fans, stay with us for the Whataburger halftime report. We'll have the Jacksonville High School band performance along with the Cherokee Charmers, Jacksonville Majorettes. Todd will be along with the statistics sponsored by Randy Gorham's CPA. We'll look at some scores around the district and catch up on those as well. And, of course, we'll have our halftime interview with head coach Wayne Coleman, get his thoughts on this first half that still has 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining, as all of our conversations sponsored by All Smiles Dentistry. Fightin Indians will check in here. The big fella, Devarian Boyd, 6'3", 230, the junior, will come in defensively for Jacksonville. As Knack with second down, 4 to go. 1 timeout remaining. I mean, you got to think, you got to be ready if you're Jacksonville secondary. They got to take a shot here sometime.
Two receivers right, 1 left now. H-back switches sides. The handoff, though, is straight ahead. Jacksonville able to stack him up after maybe a short gain.
That's Pleasant, the ball carrier, and Aiden Gay with the tackle, but I really like the way that Xavier Kendrick came in and grabbed that leg and pulled it up. Hurry up right here, 3rd and 1 for Knack.
They will go quick. The handoff, right side running, first down yardage and more into Jacksonville territory. Down to the 45 goes Pleasant.
So that'll stop the clock. As Pinson will check in for Devin as they move the chains. The clock is turned back on.
So 40 seconds and counting here first half.
Boy,
Nacogdoches has got one timeout, but boy, they're taking their time to get this play in.
Yeah, and they brought Lockett in, the sophomore left-hander here at quarterback, so watch for the pass.
High snap, but Lockett's got it. Now he's under pressure, and down he goes.
The big fella from behind, Devarian Boyd with the sack, as Nac will take their last timeout, as Lockett getting up slowly. He was rolling out to his right. He's left-handed, and as he tried to get that body turned around, here comes Devarian Boyd from behind and rolls him up.
So
Nac with the timeout.
Yeah, sorry, Matt, stepped on your lines there, but Nac takes the timeout with 16 seconds to go, and yeah, Lockett definitely slow to get up there, so probably going to see Jones, you would think.
Well, it's pretty queued up right now if you're Jacksonville defensively. If they're going to rotate those quarterbacks and Lockett's in the ball game, they're probably going to throw. And if the other guy's in the ball game, number 5, Isaac Jones, he's a running guy. He's a defender. He plays defense. He did throw the 75-yard touchdown pass first play of the game for Nacogdoches, but he's more of a runner. So let's see who comes out at quarterback with 16 seconds on second and 13, but with no timeouts. With no timeouts by either team here, 16 seconds. What's more important for Jacksonville is to keep everybody in front of you. And it will be Jones, the junior, coming back in at quarterback for Nat.
He'll have 2 receivers on his right, 1 on his left, coming out of Nacogdoches' last time out of the half. So 16 seconds to go. And Jones going to roll to his right, throw. It's complete. He stays in bounds,
He didn't get out of bounds. That's not very smart.
Yeah,
so they're not going to be able to get this playoff.
And so that will do it for the first half. So at the end of the first half, the score, Nacogdoches 21 and Jacksonville 7. Clock management a bit questionable for Nacogdoches there at the end of the half. And Matt will go down to you for the All Smiles interview with Coach Wayne
Coach,
Coleman.
good stop right there. Boy, it's disappointing to move the ball down the field. You get that pick in the end zone right there to try to close the gap, but you got a big 4th down stop down there that really, if you go down 3 scores, that's going to be really tough against a team that's really running the ball well.
Yeah, I mean, really the last 3 or 4 series of the half, we played really well. We took their best punch there early. They're running 3 different offenses at us. They're using 2 different quarterbacks, and they've shown us a bunch of stuff, and our defensive kids have hung in there right now. We had a busted route on the interception, just a couple mistakes, but I think we're starting to settle down.
Coach, offensively, what can you guys do to protect Ryan McCown? He is getting hammered back there, and you're not able to run the ball.
Yeah, we got to move the pocket, and but you can't move it every time. So you got to get the ball out quick when you're in the pocket. You got to move the pocket when you need more time.
Coach, thanks.
Thanks, Matt.
Head Coach Wayne Coleman on the All Smiles halftime interview. Appreciate All Smiles sponsoring all of our conversations with Head Coach Wayne Coleman. Ryan, I'm going to throw it back up to you, Aaron, Todd, for the Whataburger halftime report.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. We'll bring you into the press box here of Tomato Bowl as we get turned around, get our good sides on camera, some would say. I won't necessarily say that. But be that as it may, we are here, guys.
I'll say that, Aaron.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Thank you. We are here at halftime. Nacogdoches leading Jacksonville by a score of 21-7. But Ryan Travis, got to say, those last few possessions there, as Coach Wayne Coleman said, Jacksonville looking a little bit better, putting some things together.
They did. We really had those 2 good drives. The last one didn't end how we wanted it to. But, I mean, what's killing us right now is 3 and outs. So with Nac getting the ball first here in the second half, we got to get a turnover somewhere, steal a possession back.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, I want to remind you, this is the Whataburger halftime report, and we will now bring in Todd to take us through the halftime stats that are brought to you by Randy Gorham CPA. Of course, Randy's been your hometown CPA here in Jacksonville since back in the 1980s and still going strong. So we thank Randy. And hey, Todd, let's get into the numbers, shall we?
First half for Jacksonville's 26 plays on offense for 119 yards. 125 yards passing and -6 rushing.
Well, and you heard Matt put the call in there, Todd, that Jacksonville just may not be able to run the ball tonight, and boy, the numbers are bearing that out.
Oh yeah, we're struggling to run the ball. And the one turnover we had in the first half on the interception definitely killed our drive at that point. It was looking pretty good.
Yeah, that had been, Ryan, a very good drive to that point and the best momentum we'd seen from Jacksonville.
Yeah, they definitely got that on the big stop there on 4th down in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could definitely see the team spirits lift up for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a turning point, but unfortunately just couldn't quite punch it in with what we heard Coach Coleman refer to as a busted route. Maybe that was part of it. Maybe it was a little bit of an underthrow, but be that as it may, Jacksonville just unable to get it across the finish line there, so to speak.
Yeah.
Todd, let's see what else we got.
Some individual stats. Ryan McCowan, 7 completions on 18 attempts for 125 yards and the 1 interception. Receivers, Devin McEwen, 3 catches for 46. Tony Pinson, 3 catches for 45. Isaiah Mallard, 1 for 34 yards.
Ryan, we're looking at these receiving numbers, these passing numbers, and, Matt just said it there with Coach Coleman, but, boy, Ryan McCowan just not been able to get comfortable back there, and it's showing in the receiving numbers as well. I mean,
yeah, and I think a little bit of that is the factor that he got hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's limping a little bit.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think you're right. I think
and part of it is that he is running for his life sometimes, and he's throwing off his back foot, and that's never going to end up working out.
Yeah. I mean, you've got that sort of mental block, not necessarily a block, but that that injury or just a little bit of pain even is just going to stick with you. It's in your sort of in your head, and then as you said, I mean, when the O-line has struggled the way that they have. Unfortunately, he's just not able to get comfortable, and we saw that great ball there that he threw to McEwen here towards the end of the half, and if he's given time, we know he can make the play.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yep,
yeah.
Definitely stepped up in the pocket, looked composed, and delivered a strike there.
Oh, he absolutely did, and going to need to see more of that in the second half, Todd. If you're Jacksonville, obviously, given especially the fact that the running game has struggled as much as they have.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so many nights we spread it around to a bunch of different receivers. Tonight we've really kind of focused on the 3 with Devin and Tony and Isaiah.
Yeah, well, and then again too, you've got to mention that the fact that Jermaine Taylor is out,
yes,
and unfortunately probably for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That really hurts you there too, because that gives you gave you another certainly a deep threat, a vertical threat in Jermaine, which unfortunately you don't have. So
it did, and our other big receivers, Calvin. And we haven't thrown the ball his way.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know
haven't
if we've seen him on offense.
Haven't seen
at
a
this
target
point, and so
to him yet.
Mm-hmm.
The only offensive action of note for him is when he blocked for Mallard on the Wildcat that got us into the end zone.
That's true.
Which was a good play, but I mean, hey, he's a top receiving talent as well. You got to have some targets, and hopefully the second half game plan will include those as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Ryan Walker's had success catching the ball, and so I mean, maybe we need to get a few more involved.
Yeah, Ryan, I gotta mention, we talked about it, especially on the kick, the kicking game, that opponents have figured out that they need to aim for Ryan Walker, the sophomore.
Yeah,
but
it seems that way.
But he has. You look at what he's been able to do offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's really kind of stepped up to be a sophomore. I mean, he's a guy. Maybe he's not kind of your top tier talent just yet because of his inexperience. But he is a solid football player, and I mean, he's a guy that you really would like to see. I think get some more targets, get some more looks in the offensive sets here in the second half. What do you think?
I think so, and I think if we can get a couple other guys involved, maybe it would help open up a little for Devin or for Tony to have a little space.
Well,
because
that's the
that
thing.
deep ball, when they intercepted, they really had 3 guys back there.
Well, that's
so.
it, because they're obviously Ryan, as you know, they're going to cue on a guy like Devin McEwen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what he can do. You've obviously seen the tape on him. Of course, it's not really tape anymore, I guess, but
Yeah.
Right.
sort of like facing your radio dial.
Who was the deep receiver we were throwing to there?
In the end zone?
On the interception.
Oh, that.
Because it wasn't Devin. Devin
was
came out of the
coming
backfield.
Yeah.
So I don't know who we were throwing to. But
I don't know if he was looking for Pinson down there.
I think it was probably Pinson.
But I think it was underthrown a little bit. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and go with Coach Coleman and say that it was a little bit of a busted route. But I'm not sure if that's exactly where that ball needed to be.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, let's take a look at the Nacogdoches numbers as well.
All right. Nacogdoches had 35 plays on offense for 265 yards with 151 yards passing and 114 yards rushing. Quarterback's been in there. Number 5 we got him 5 completions on 6 attempts and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, that's Isaac Jones. Of course, that 1 touchdown was the 1-play 75-yarder on that first offensive play.
Mm-hmm. And number 15, I've got him 5 completions on 6 attempts for a touchdown.
Yeah, and of course that's the sophomore Mikael Lockett, and boy, he came in and he didn't look like a sophomore. Let's put it that way, Ryan.
No, he did not.
Moving the ball.
Yeah, he was, and you saw him take that shot there at the end and come up into the half and come up a little slowly, a little gingerly. Mm-hmm. But man, I tell you what, a guy that stands in there, makes the throws that he makes, a left-handed quarterback. Mm-hmm. Well, they may have something special there in Nacogdoches in Mikael Lockett.
Yeah.
Definitely helps when you have a gigantic offensive line.
Yes,
a couple of those guys from Nac
some big running backs.
Big. Yes, yeah, a couple of guys over 300, a guy over 330 as well. So, so they are well fed in Nacogdoches are the Dragons.
Find a little of that to come our way.
Yeah.
Leading rusher for Nacogdoches, number 24.
Yeah, that's Pruitt. Yep.
7 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown. And the other main back was number 2, Londarius Pleasant, with 7 carries for 45 yards.
Yeah, you heard Wayne Coleman talk about them running the way he said it. They ran 3 different offenses at Jacksonville. They really kind of have. But the way they rotated in the quarterbacks is one thing, but then you've got a 2 or 3-headed monster at running back as well, and you really don't know what you're going to get with the Nacogdoches offense until the ball snapped.
Right.
And that has kept Jacksonville on their toes, and we knew it was going to be hard for Jacksonville to stop the run under any circumstances, just given statistics, Ryan, from the past few ball games. But then when you don't even know what you're going to see till the ball snapped, it's Katie bar the door. You just got to be ready for just about anything from this team.
Yeah, it sure looks that way, the way that they're playing right now.
Yeah, and boy, I'll tell you what, Jacksonville's their game planning. The coaches are coaching them up, but boy, I don't know if you can really hone in on one tactic, or say we're going to commit to stopping the run. We're going to show more coverage and in the passing game, because they can just do so many different things. Now, they've struggled as well as Nacogdoches. They've not they came in, we were talking about this, they came in just averaging about 3 scores a game. But boy, if they start to put these pieces together offensively, this team could do something. Especially, we talked about, they've got, what did we say, 10, 11 sophomores? I mean, they're a young team. You give these guys a couple of years, boy, they could be scary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at some individual stats for those guys. Todd?
Receiving,
I know we were
covered rushing
working
and
down through
quarterback.
that.
Let's look at the receivers. I've got number 1, Bland, with 4 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown.
And he came in leading, as we said, he came in leading them in rushing, but boy, they've relied on him in the receiving game tonight.
And number 34, Williams, 2 receptions for 24 yards. Number 8, Weaver, 2 catches for 11 yards. So they've, I guess, multiple offenses they're bringing, so they've spread it to a number of players.
Yeah, they have, and that's the thing. I mean, it's kind of been next man up for them, and of course when we saw the sophomore Lockett go down, you knew or Jones brother. Keep in mind they're filling in for Gus Smith.
They're the backup,
who had been the starter. So it's sort of next man up mentality in Nacogdoches, and Ryan, so far, got to say it's working.
So far, it is working well. Yeah,
Yeah. Now Jacksonville, as we said, started to improve there towards the end of that first half. Those last few drives, the stop. Well, it really kind of started with the big stop that they finally got on Nacogdoches, and then the drive down here, deep into Nacogdoches territory that it unfortunately ended with the pick. But they're going to have to continue to stack and build on that momentum. And of course, as we said, with Nacogdoches deferring their option, they're going to be getting the ball to start the second half. So Jacksonville's going to have to bring that defense out and make another stop.
Make a stop to start the half.
Called on again. So
yeah, it'd be really nice if they come out of halftime fired up, got some excitement about them, and we see them fly around, and maybe even if they don't get a stop, maybe even get a turnover.
Yeah. And we've also known Wayne Coleman coach teams to sometimes at the beginning of, especially beginning of second halves, to come out and try something a little tricky on the kickoff, try to steal an extra possession as well. So it could be that Jordan Cabrera, who's handling kickoff duties for Jacksonville, maybe he kind of squibs one. Maybe they go for the sort of the high pop-up kick and try to put some pressure. A couple of ways they can look at stealing a possession even, which would be huge for Jacksonville, because it's a 2-score game right now, which is not insurmountable, but you don't want to go down 3 scores. I mean, that's when you start to see the wheels start to come off just a little bit. And so if you're Jacksonville, whatever you've got to do, you want to, at the very least you want to stop. But again, maybe stealing a possession even, guys, is possible. So
yeah,
we'll see what Jacksonville has in store as we get ready for the beginning of the second half. These first half stats brought to you by Randy Gorham, CPA. He's been your hometown CPA here in Jacksonville since all the way back to the 1980s. Of course, he also serves very capably as the mayor of Jacksonville, and he's a pretty good bass fisherman as well. So, guys, if you need any fishing tips, Randy's the guy for that. So, Todd, I think that was all of our main statistical high points, unless I've missed anything. So, thank you for coming along for that, and thanks, Randy, for your support of Jacksonville High School football. The Nacogdoches Dragon Band is finishing up, and Ryan, I think let's take a short break, and then we'll bring it back. We'll throw it down to Matt with the Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band, the award-winning Cherokee Charmers, the Majorettes, and more halftime festivities. This is the Whataburger Halftime Report. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car, or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
Congratulations is Jacksonville's source for a full line of awards and engraving services. But we don't stop there. You'll want to check out our examples of creative personalized gifts too. Congratulations also serves East Texas as a promotional products dealer. We are passionate about sourcing just the right items. With our laser capabilities, we can also design and install acrylic signage or graphics. Want to see samples of our work? Go no further than the Tomato Bowl entry. We're especially proud of the arrowheads. Visit Congratulations Showroom or website soon, and let's make something amazing together.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
Back at halftime as the Jacksonville Fightin Indian marching band now out on the field under the direction of Donnie Barrier and the Cherokee Charmers with their halftime performance. Let's listen in as the band plays for the Charmers.
Charmer officers for the 2021-22 school year from left to right are First Lieutenant Brooklyn Hunter, Junior Lieutenant Laura Simpson, Senior Lieutenant Cynthia Espinoza, and in the center, your captain, Brittany Samaniego. Charmer Sergeants for the 2021-22 school year are Head Sergeant Sitlali Rincon, Sergeant Dixie Lopez, Sergeant Lisbeth Muniz, Sergeant Grace Crawford, and Sergeant Kaylee Webb. This week's Charmer of the Week is Hazel Modesto. Watch now as the Charmers perform an exciting palm routine to Crazy Train.
Cherokee Charmers with their halftime performance under the direction of Laura Guidry and Tiffany Alexander.
At this time, we would like to announce the winner of this year's Charmers Raffle. The raffle included free Whataburger for a year.
Free Whataburger for a year. Did you get on that, Colby?
Gosh, I wish.
Faye Sink.
Oh, there you go. Faye Singh gets a Whataburger for a year.
The Charmers are under the direction of Laura Guidry and Tiffany Alexander.
That goes right into our Whataburger halftime report. So now the Jacksonville High School Majorettes under the direction of Breanne G. coming out onto the field for their halftime performance.
And now introducing the Jacksonville Indian Majorettes, directed by Breanne G. Tonight, the Majorettes are joined by the Jacksonville Middle School Twirlers. Twirler officers are Junior Lieutenant Ellie Berry, First Lieutenant Madison Sultanova, and Captain Vanessa Sanchez. Middle School Captain is Abby Barrier. Twirler of the Week is Adriana Munoz. Watch now as the Twirlers perform to Another One Bites the Dust.
Jacksonville Majorettes performing here at Tomato Bowl at halftime along with the Jacksonville Middle School Twirlers. Another One Bites the Dust. I'm going to test our good friend Kobe Duran's music knowledge here. Kobe, who sang Another One Bites the Dust?
Oh, gosh. Another One Bites the Dust. That's a your generation question, man.
Yeah, you should have more musical knowledge than that.
The Bee Gees?
That's close. That's close. But not really. Queen!
Of course, that was my second guess.
Okay, a bonus question. What year? Well, if you don't know the group.
1983.
Close, 1980. So Kobe Duran is 0 for 2 on musical knowledge. So we'll go back down on the field now as the Jacksonville High School Band under the performance for their halftime performance under the direction of Donnie Barrier. Let's listen in and watch.
Now at the center of the field, one of the most decorated military marching bands in the great state of Texas. That classic look, that awesome sound, that cry heard across the land. The Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band.
Another outstanding performance by the Jacksonville High School Marching Band. We're at halftime on the Whataburger Halftime Report. Nacogdoches leads Jacksonville by a score of 21-7 as the second half coming up here in just a few minutes around the district. Let's check on some scores before we take a break here before the second half kickoff. Marshall leading White House at halftime, 13-7. Texas High is at Longview's Pine Tree Pirate Stadium. They lead the Pirates, does Texas High, 17-0 at the half. And how about this score? Hallsville, after not winning a game for 2 years, they got their first win last week. They're leading Mount Pleasant 10-0. That game is being played at Bobcat Stadium in Hallsville, and also at the half. That's District 9-5A, Division II. Guys, I'm going to toss it back up to you for a break before we get the second half kickoff.
Sounds good, Matt. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Gene Bromlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville Athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
For over 120 years, we've worked to be the most trusted bank in East Texas. Strong leadership, active involvement in the community, and long-term relationships with customers piece together the strong foundation on which we base our business. A community bank dedicated to serving our local families and businesses. Visit any one of our locations across East Texas and let us show you why we've been the bank of choice since 1900.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
And we're back live. You've been listening to the Whataburger Halftime Report. We'd like to remind you that if you make the order, Whataburger will make it fresh. And we'd like to thank our friends at Whataburger for their sponsorship of Jacksonville football all season long. Matt got to hear a lucky Fightin' Indian fan, Cherokee Charmer supporter, get a year supply of Whataburger. How about that?
Hey, man, how about that? It came just in time, or actually I should say what timing, during the Whataburger Halftime Report to get a free year of Whataburger products, huh?
How about that?
Wow, that's nice. Pretty good raffle there, huh? So
Somehow,
both teams, go ahead.
I was just going to say, somehow I didn't get the memo that raffle was going on.
I didn't hear about it either.
Yeah.
So Nacogdoches
Laura
is
Guidry about that one.
Yeah, you have to visit with her about that. So Nac's already on the field. That was a rather long halftime. I think Nacogdoches took a little bit longer than they were supposed to. As Jacksonville, as always, wins the halftime performance as usual. So Jacksonville now will come out of their run through as Nac's ready to go. They will get the football, will Nacogdoches, to start the second half. Although, Aaron, I did hear some of your comments about Wayne Coleman's been known to do something strange, maybe, like onside kickoff. Maybe. We'll see. So if there's one thing we do know, two things in the second half. For Jacksonville to get back in this football game, they've got to tackle better, got to stop the run, and, boy, do they need to protect Ryan McCown more. He's just getting hammered back there, and it's really Fightin Indians now coming out of the run-throughs. Hopefully the coaching staff made some changes at the half to try to toughen up that offensive pocket for Ryan, because the running game has been nil. I heard the stats. It's tough.
Yeah, negative right now.
Yeah, negative. So Jacksonville will be on defense to start the second half, as it'll be Jordan Cabrera, the sophomore, kicking off for Jacksonville. So did you hear the halftime scores, Aaron?
Yeah.
How about Hallsville up 10-0 at the half on Mount Pleasant?
How about it? They have flipped a switch or something.
I don't know what they're doing over there, huh? Ever since Jacksonville beat them here, 49-20 3 weeks ago, boy, they played Texas High really well. I mean, they had them on the ropes before they gave it up. And then they got the win last week against White House, and they may hit 2 in a row. Set to go here in the second half. 21-7, Nac with a lead as we start this third quarter. Cabrera has it teed up for Jacksonville with your play-by-play. Here's Aaron Swink.
Cabrera runs up. We are back underway. It's a high pop-up kick to the near side. Jacksonville trying to put some pressure on the return man, but the fair catch made at about the Nac 35.
So Jacksonville defensively will get a couple of players back from last year's ejections. They'll start the second half. Let's see if that makes a difference. As defensively, Jacksonville has broken a couple of times, but, you know, there's been a couple of times that also that they didn't break. Got the fourth down stop on Nac as they were deep in Jacksonville territory. So here's Nac. They'll go with their junior quarterback, Isaac Jones, to start the third quarter.
He'll have two receivers on his right, one on his left. Pistol formation, and he will keep. Will Jones now pitch? The ball is loose, and Nac able to fall back on it, but not before a huge loss.
Yeah, just a bad pitch relationship there by Kellen Elder, the pitch man, with his quarterback. I mean, he just took off and left him, and it looked like Isaac Jones got hung up just a little bit. You can't leave him. When you see him get hung up, you can't keep running. You got to slow down your trot there, and ball was pitched behind him. Huge loss. Second down, 23 to go.
And so now Jones going to keep, roll to his right, look that way, and fire complete to Elder.
Dylan Roberts, not bad coverage right there, but, man, I was really impressed with the backup, Isaac Jones, the junior, getting the start this week. That's a nice toss coming into the game, only 5 of 12. But it's 3rd and 12 here for Nac.
Yeah, so here's that opportunity for that big stop we were talking about in the halftime show that Jacksonville needed to have on this first drive, and they're going to get some pressure on Jones.
Oh, come on.
He fires across the middle, complete, though, and a first down to midfield. How in the world did that happen?
Coda Kennedy on the blitz just whiffed. I mean, he had a bead on the quarterback. I don't know how he didn't tackle him. I mean, the quarterback just kind of sidestepped him a little bit, and Coda just whiffed. Oh, should have been a sack. Oh, man, 3rd and 12 conversion. They already have a 3rd and 15 conversion.
So the Dragons keep the drive going. The handoff is to Pruitt, and he drops his shoulder on an Indian defender down to the 45 of Jacksonville.
Just got to finish the tackle. If Coda could have just finished the tackle. He got there, used great speed to get to the quarterback. He just didn't finish. 2nd and 6. gain of 6, second and 4.
So 9:44 and counting, just underway here in the third quarter. Nacogdoches has already converted a 3rd and long on this drive. There's a pass out to the left. It's incomplete.
I just took his eyes off the ball.
Yeah, Bland just not able to look it in.
Yeah, he was looking where he was going to go before he secured it. So Devarian Boyd checks in on 3rd down and 4 to go. Bowens will check out. No, check that. He's going back in. Thought he was coming out. He did too. Now the 3rd down opportunity here for your defense of Jacksonville.
Of course, Nac converted on the 3rd and long earlier on the drive. Jacksonville needs to get some pressure on the quarterback, and they do.
Oh, he took it from him. Oh, no.
And they're going to blow the play dead.
Oh, man.
That should have been 6.
I think his forward progress was stopped, Aaron.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
but that was.
I mean, he took the football away from the quarterback. That's Darian Hinton. Yeah, it's a good call. I mean, the whistle blew and then he stripped it. So this will be Nac's first punt. And it's their kicker, Hinojosa, who also does the punting. Devin McEwen will drop back, standing about his 11. So 4th down. And Jacksonville gets the first stop of Nac offensively, making them punt. I got a timeout on the field. It's going to be Nac taking it.
We'll take the short break with them and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Hi, this is Ben Peacock, proud principal of Jacksonville High School. On behalf of the awesome students and staff members at JHS, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's game. From exceptional academics to a robust catalog of extracurricular programs, our campus provides a truly impressive array of opportunities for all Jacksonville students. For more information about Jacksonville High School, please visit jisd.org.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl downtown Jacksonville as the Dragons get set to punt it away to the Fightin' Indians after the Jacksonville defense bends but does not break on the opening drive of the second half. It's a good punt that'll chase McEwen back inside the Jacksonville 20. He gets away from one.
What a
or
trick.
inside the 10, rather, I should say.
Did you see what Devin McEwen just did right there? He caught the ball, and he didn't call a fair catch, but he caught it and he just stopped. And Nacogdoches stopped.
Yeah, it's kind of like that North Texas play against Arkansas from a couple of years ago, if you remember.
Yeah.
Where everybody just stopped, and that guy ended up taking it for a score.
Well, Devin didn't get that far, but he did get 5 yards more. But it's a nice little trick there. Didn't fool Nac too long, so Jacksonville gets the stop. Now they have it at their own 18, their first possession of the third quarter.
2 receivers each way for the Indians. The handoff, though, is to Mallard straight up the middle, and he's out over the 20 to about the 22 of Jacksonville.
Well, the wind has picked up significantly, Aaron, and it's blustery now, 15 miles an hour, sometimes maybe 17, 18, and it's in the face of this Jacksonville offense. So here in the second half, Jacksonville's going to have the wind in their face in this third quarter. They'll get the win in the fourth.
Two receivers each way, one back, now man in motion, and the pass is over the middle. It's caught, and it is good for Bill McCray Ford. First down yardage.
Tony. And, you know, Pinson's not 100% right now. He was really trying to get loose on the sidelines over here while Jacksonville's defense was out on the field, and you see him coming off the field right now. And that's just he's just a gutsy player. Fights through the pain, fights through the injuries. Just one of those little hitch in his giddy-up top injuries that he can still play. And that just may not be 100% as Calvin Bryant will check in for him after Jacksonville gets the first down.
Now the handoff is to Mallard, and he is dropped immediately.
Blake Causey just whiffed.
Number 5, Isaiah Mallard, the ball.
Man, he just came right around Causey.
Number 42, Caden Fields, loss on the play.
Wow.
Brings up second down, 13.
Sometimes I just wonder what they're watching. I mean, the guy just came right around you. I don't know.
So now second down and 13. The ball back on the Jacksonville 29. And now McCowan, little time in the pocket, and he'll
we got a hold.
Comes in for a hold.
Good. I can't believe he threw that flag when Ryan McCowan was throwing that ball away. Calvin Bryant got held downfield, but that was not a catchable ball. So this is going to be interesting right here because he got held right when the flag was coming out of the pocket. Ryan throws it away. I mean, it wasn't catchable, clearly.
Yeah, and of course the officials, you can see they're talking this one over. They may pick this flag up.
Let's see. They're looking at where the spot of the foul is, though.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going to call. I think they're going to give Jacksonville the.
Yeah, that's the signal.
Well, wait a minute.
To the far side, at least it looked the referee made the signal. There it is.
Yeah.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot and an automatic first down.
So, I mean, I guess it was just weird timing because I saw the hold and the flag came out after. Maybe he was just slow throwing the flag. Still, it was an uncatchable ball. Nevertheless, it gives Jacksonville a Bill McCrory Ford first down via penalty.
So now 2 Indian receivers either side for McCowan. He's going to go deep ball left side looking for Bryant, incomplete.
Well, Calvin just lost that football, and Elder for Nacogdoches actually made a better play on the ball than Calvin did. Calvin just really lost where the ball was, and it went over his head, and Elder's the one that really should have picked that one. But you know what? I mean, not a bad position for Jacksonville to put a guy like Calvin Bryant, who has such athletic ability, to go up and get that. He just lost the ball, 2nd and 10 now.
Ball sitting at the Jacksonville 39-yard line. McCowan looks right, throws right, screen set up, but an incompletion is.
Calvin.
You've got to catch it before you run, Calvin Bryant.
Third down and 10.
You know, I've been frustrated all year long, and I go to practice every week. Get the ball to Calvin. Get the ball to Calvin. Well, I mean, you know, he's got to catch the ball, and that's been an issue with Calvin on some of those inside screens. He's just in practice. He just hasn't been sure-handed. He's a tremendous athlete. We know that. He's just shaking his head right now. It's my bad. I should have caught it. 3rd and 10.
So McCowan looking to extend the drive. He'll look over the middle, though, and overthrows everything. So that'll bring up a 4th down. Looking for Tony Pinson.
Well, there's not a chance. Way overthrown. I still believe Ryan McCown's not right. I mean, he's throwing some lasers tonight, and then sometimes he looks like, you know, he's about to plant that left foot, which is that's your plant foot forward. And when you come down on it and you feel that pain, it jacks with your throw a little bit.
Yeah, as he came off right there, Matt, he kind of hopped a little bit as if he was favoring that left side a little bit. So Dylan Roberts on to punt again for Jacksonville. And gets away a pretty good one, taking Indian bounce.
Take that.
Down inside, deep inside Nacogdoches territory, inside the 20.
Oh, that's an ugly punt, but a great result. Didn't have any height, didn't turn over, just bounced. And Jacksonville will definitely take that roll. So neither team able to score in their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Here's Nat coming out for their 2nd one.
As I often say on the golf course, sometimes you got to pay extra for a roll.
Yeah.
But I guess Dylan's all paid up there.
Yeah. And you know, with 6, you get egg roll, you know.
There you go.
Have you heard that one?
There you go.
Okay.
And so Nacogdoches back to work. A handoff straight ahead to Pruitt, and Jacksonville plugs the hole pretty well.
Boy,
tackle made by number 7, Dylan Roberts.
Roberts first there on the contact.
And just that's what you call, clogging the pipeline right there. Nice job getting blue shirts to the play and not expecting one guy to make the tackle. Picks up 2, 2nd and 8 for Nacogdoches.
So 5:40 and counting here, third quarter. Nacogdoches their second possession of the second half, leading 21-7. Jacksonville bent but did not break on the last possession. The handoff
Here we go again.
this time straight ahead, and again Jacksonville pushes them back.
Man, they are calling those whistles quick, baby.
Well, there you go again.
Don't do that now. Hang on. Darian, don't do that, son.
Yeah, Darian hitting. He stripped the ball twice.
Well, he stripped the ball, but when he got in the end zone and heard they blew the whistle, he just slung the ball over his head. And that could have been a flag.
A little frustrated there.
Yeah, but don't do that. I mean, look, the whistle blew. Go with it. It's the call. Man, he's fortunate, Jacksonville. Did you see where he threw the ball?
Yeah.
So third down, 7. Can you get 2 stops in a row here?
Jacksonville needs to get some pressure on the quarterback. Good face guarding over there as long as there's not a flag.
Oh, my goodness. You know how Jacksonville got that call a minute ago where their coaches were on the sideline?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened right there.
Yeah.
The official was right in front of the Nacogdoches coaches, and the back judge, he didn't make that call. All of a sudden, the side judge, he throws a flag.
Yep.
I mean, Calvin Bryant didn't do anything right there, but just he didn't. There was no contact, no screen.
No, he was turned around face guarding, which you can do.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Coach's call.
Yep. Well, and you heard me say as long as there's no flag, and unfortunately there was.
Well, to me,
that was a play that was tailor-made for the coach to get in an official's ear.
Yeah,
though,
I mean, to me, Aaron, the back judge was like within 5 or 6 yards of it. He's all over that. He doesn't call it. The guy's 15 yards up further away from the play. He throws the flag. There's no way he could have seen that where he was. It's so disappointing when you see that.
Well, now you got the line judge on the near side has called the referee over. Interesting to see what this discussion might be about.
Yeah, there's a flag sitting on the Jacksonville sideline at the 38-yard line. So what is this going to be? Sideline warning. Yeah, they've been saying all night long, these officials on this sideline over has been saying, get back, get back, get back. And really, I agree with that. It's for the protection of the officials because they're running full speed up the sidelines, up and down, and you don't want to be running into people, getting tripped. I agree with that. And it's just a warning. It's not a penalty, but the next one will be. So now we have a stoppage of play as somebody took a timeout, and I think it's Jacksonville.
Yeah, we'll take it with them. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges.
And we're back we're back to play here. 4:36 to go, third quarter. As pass out to the left is complete. Jacksonville's got to make a tackle. They don't. First down yardage and more. And the Dragons all the way back into Jacksonville territory to the 38-yard line. Boy.
Wow.
What we say about Jacksonville needs to tackle?
Hey, I mean, like we talked about, football isn't complicated. Execution is. And it isn't complicated when a guy catches the ball and you got him dead to rights. 2 Jacksonville players had there was 4 hands on that receiver, and he got out of it.
Well, and that's Mikael Lockett, the sophomore, is back in, and he just slung it out to the left, and they had him dead to rights.
Well, they had him tackled. They just didn't follow through.
So 1st and 10, Knack down to the Jacksonville 38-yard line.
They're going to get procedure on Knack as their slot receiver. Yeah, Demario Weaver, their leading receiver, who's been kind of quiet tonight, a couple of catches in the first half. You want to keep it that way for Jacksonville. But just this, the continual lack of tackling that Jacksonville has displayed defensively I mean, it has to be frustrating, and particularly for your offense if you're Jacksonville, because you've had some good drives going, and you've gotten some good field position for your defense with the punting of Dylan Walker, and then you let that happen. So timeout Knack, and that's going to be. They'll just have one left in the second half. Excuse me.
Yeah. And so we'll take it with them. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite. You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
Hi, I'm Matt Montgomery. For the past 37 years, I've been helping people just like you get their financial ducks in a row. I'm a registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. We do portfolio management and comprehensive financial planning. Give me a call for a free consultation.
Congratulations is Jacksonville's source for a full line of awards and engraving services. But we don't stop there. You'll want to check out our examples of creative personalized gifts too. Congratulations also serves East Texas as a promotional products dealer. We are passionate about sourcing just the right items. With our laser capabilities, we can also design and install acrylic signage or graphics. Want to see samples of our work? Go no further than the Tomato Bowl entry. We're especially proud of the arrowheads. Visit Congratulations Showroom or website soon, and let's make something amazing.
And we're back to play here at the historic Tomato Bowl as Lockett flings complete out to his left for a few down to the Jacksonville 35. Weaver makes the catch.
Calvin Bryant forces him out. And I don't know what was going on there with Bland, but he was pretty upset with the tackle out of bounds.
And now the handoff, the stretch play to the right side.
Nicely played.
Jacksonville does a nice job of keeping Bland from being able to get the corner.
Xavier Kendrick with the tackle, and then Aiden Gay comes and finishes him off. And a little chippy out there right now. A couple of Nacogdoches players a little frustrated. Not sure why James Williams, the sophomore, they're having to calm him down, his teammates for Nacogdoches. So third down, 6 to go for Nacogdoches.
Under the 3:30 mark here of the third quarter, as this is a quarterback keeper.
Stopped him.
And he'll be short of the line to gain.
It'll be about a yard and a half short.
Well, that was Jones back in at quarterback for the Dragons. So they just keep rolling these guys in.
Kendrick making a nice tackle to keep Jones from getting that first down, but Knack's going to keep their offense on the field on fourth and about a yard and a half to try to convert this fourth down. They already have one fourth down conversion.
Two backs, one on either side of Jones, and he'll hand off to Bland, who will get out of the first tackle but not the second. And he's short. Jacksonville takes over.
And it's Caden Franklin.
Who else?
Finishing him off right there. Xavier Kendrick made initial contact. And they're going to credit Kendrick with a tackle, but it was Caden Franklin because that second effort looked like it was going to get it, and he snuffed it. So Jacksonville stops the fourth down conversion. You know, they got one late in the second quarter that was huge. That, you know, Nacogdoches trying to go up 3 scores. Now they get another one. Now it's your offense. Can the offense of Jacksonville get something going? Hinton will check in at running back for Jacksonville.
2 Indian receivers each way for McCown. Hinton is on his right. And McCown will fake a handoff to Hinton, throw to the right.
Isaiah.
Complete to Mallard, who takes a big shot.
Picks up 8, though.
Isaiah Mallard, tackle made by number 10, Joe Carter.
Yeah, it looks like they'll give him 7 more like. Even 6.
6-yard gain on the play, 2nd down, 4.
That official took a real big step backwards when I first saw him. I thought it was 8-yard gain, and he went, whoop, no, it's 6.
So right back to work, same look, 2 receivers each way. This time the throw to the right side's incomplete.
Just short again.
Pass intended for number 14, Devin McEwen, is incomplete.
I mean, that's going to be a first down, and Ryan just ditched it. I mean, just kind of threw it in the dirt. A little bit off right there. So 3rd down. 4 to go as Calvin Bryant checks in. Darian Hinton checks out. The Fightin Indians will go with Mallard in the backfield. Twins left with McEwen and Calvin Bryant.
The lone receiver on the right side is Pinson. And McCown, under all kinds of pressure, gets away, though, keeps the play alive, and he throws complete.
He got rid of that thing.
How about that? He moves the chains for a Bill McCray Ford first down.
Well, that's what you call staying calm under pressure. As McCown about to get sacked, finds Isaiah Mallard, who snuck out of the backfield, and then he came back for the ball. I think he was running a rail up the sideline. It wasn't there. McCown scrambled around, and then here comes Isaiah back and picks up the Bill McCray Ford first down.
So they'll go 2 receivers each way. Will the Indians.
Here they come.
And McCown got to get rid of the ball again, but he does, and it's caught.
Spooning.
And Spoon, that's Calvin Bryant. He's got a big gain, and then he gets popped.
Man, was that a rocket coming off that Nacogdoches sideline where he caught the football? I mean, he caught it, and all of a sudden, whoop, he was in the middle of the field all of a sudden. And then he met his match and got tackled, but he picks up 8.
Yeah, all the way out to midfield for Bryant. So now under a minute and a half and counting here in the 4th quarter. Jacksonville got something going. They've got 2 receivers on each side of the shotgun formation. McCown takes the snap. Gonna set his feet. Now he's under pressure, and down he goes.
Yeah, they've been sending Connor McAnish, number 12, off the edge for the last several plays. I mean, he just comes with a dead sprint. Nobody touches him. Nobody for Jacksonville picks him up. Ryan just has to either get rid of the ball, step up in the pocket. That time, couldn't get rid of it, and McAnish comes in for the sack. So 3rd down, almost 6 to go, 5.5, 6.
45 seconds and counting here, 3rd quarter. Jacksonville trailing Nacogdoches by a score 21-7. But having just stopped Nacogdoches,
Devin
and McEwen gets the jet sweep, and he's got room to run. He's into Dragon territory, and he's got the Bill McCray Ford first down.
Yeah, but we may have a hold on Jacksonville.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Well, wait a minute. No, that wasn't a flag. You know what that was? That was a Nacogdoches towel.
How about that? Yeah.
It was the golden towel. It looked like a flag, man. That's not fair. Demarier Weaver comes over there, picks it up, puts it in his pocket. It is a yellow hanky that looks just like an official's flag. So Bill McCray Ford first down for Jacksonville after Devin McEwen picks it up on the big run.
Ball down to the Nacogdoches 39-yard line.
Now what?
This one will be blown dead.
What?
Procedure against Jacksonville.
Come on, Calvin. You're at wide receiver. There's no reason why you should jump over there. I think we mentioned Calvin, he hasn't played football since his freshman year. He's just getting back in the swing of things. So 1st and 15 stops the clock with 25 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Oh, that's going to be offsides, free play.
Yeah, it's got to be. So McCown hands off to Mallard. He's going to try to stretch the play to the right side. He'll get a few.
Take the penalty.
Number 5, Isaiah Mallard, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 57.
Yeah, it's going to be offside. Should be on Nac. Stops the clock. Offsides.
Yep, good spot.
So that moves it back to 1st and 10. So 2 5-yard penalties on both sides. They'll start the clock here. Let's see if we'll get this play off here at 14 and counting.
10 seconds and counting now. They do. McCown going to keep it himself. Got some room to run. Got to get down. Oh, boy.
That is that designed quarterback run that we talked about early in the pregame that we'd see him. But ever since Ryan got nicked on that knee, they haven't been able to do that. They finally call it. Quarterback draw. Picks up 5. That's the end of the third.
And at the end of 3, our score, Nacogdoches 21, Jacksonville 7 and driving. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Hi, this is Ben Peacock, proud principal of Jacksonville High School. On behalf of the awesome students and staff members at JHS, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's game. From exceptional academics to a robust catalog of extracurricular programs, our campus provides a truly impressive array of opportunities for all Jacksonville students. For more information about Jacksonville High School, please visit JISD.org.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville, fourth quarter. Set to begin. Jacksonville with the ball at the Nacogdoches 34-yard line. McCown looks right, throws for Brian. He drops it again.
Well, I'm not sure it would have gone very far. It was a bunch of Nacogdoches Dragons over here, but and I think it may be why Spoonie dropped that.
Well, yeah, I think he heard footsteps.
Yeah, he did. Calvin just took his eye off the ball again, and he's as frustrated as anybody. That guy's a competitor, and he can't stand it when he makes those kinds of mistakes.
So now 3rd down and 6 for the Fightin' Indians. 2-back look. The handoff is to McEwen, and he'll try to stretch the play to the left side. Not much there.
About a yard on the play, so it's going to be 4th down, 4 to go, and you're in 4-down territory right here. And Josh Moore, the offensive coordinator for Jacksonville, sends the play in with Ryan McCowan. So 4th down, and you're down 2 scores at this point of the field, guys. It's a good call here to go for it. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, for sure. 2 receivers each way for the Fightin' Indians. And McCown needs some protection, needs some time. He throws over the middle. It's tipped, and it's intercepted. And now Jacksonville's got to make a tackle. Can they do it? How about a spin move? And finally, the tackle made, but Nacogdoches in business inside the Jacksonville 40-yard line.
Guys, I got blocked from that. Was that pass tipped by Ryan Walker?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, I saw him in the area right there, and it looked like it popped off his hands.
Ryan Travis has the spot on it. He said it was Calvin.
Oh.
And I missed it as well.
Okay. All right. So, okay, not Ryan Walker.
Unfortunately, if that's the case, not been a great night for Calvin.
Oh, wow. How many tips this year have we seen the Jacksonville receivers tip the ball to the other team? Of course, Marshall had 2 pick sixes off tips. And there's another one that doesn't go for pick 6, but it trying to slam the door on Jacksonville's game tonight.
Yeah, and just like that, Nacogdoches back in business. But how about a drop from Bland, who talk about Calvin Bryant struggles? Well, Bland, same thing. He's thinking about running this. Now, he's down.
Yeah, he got tackled really hard rolled up, if you will, by Dylan Walker of Jacksonville, and he immediately grabbed that right knee.
Yeah, he did.
Bland, and he's their leading rusher and been one of their best receivers tonight. Of course, he dropped that one. So let's take a break as they tend to him.
Yeah, we'll step away. This is Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business. Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl as Samadrick Bland is up and off under his own power. He's all right. The handoff is straight ahead, and they'll move the pile for a few, but Jacksonville.
Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm laughing because that was a late whistle. I mean, it seems like that one was one they should have blown quicker than they did.
Yeah, these officials, they've been on top of the whistle most of the game to stop stop after the progress is done, but that one they were just going to let it go.
Aaron, this is a huge play for Jacksonville.
Yeah, 3rd down and 9 here.
Massive play for Jacksonville defensively.
The Jacksonville 35. Got to have the stop if you're the Fightin Indian defense, as they're going to try to get some pressure on Lockett. He's going to throw a deep ball over the middle, incomplete.
Wow. Pretty fortunate right there, as Jacksonville was pretty beat on the play right there, man. It was Jalen McGowan. Actually, Comantre and Woods, that's key money, they call him. And that ball just kind of fluttered for the incompletion. Now, this is interesting as Nac has 4th down 9. They bring in their other quarterback, the junior Isaac Jones, who started the game. On 4th and 9, I guess Nac feels like, they're in 4-down territory. Field goal range tough into this win. Can't punt. Going to go for it.
Yeah, as we said, Jones has been more of the running threat, but he did have that 75-yard touchdown pass.
He's stepping back to
now
punt.
he's gonna punt this. Gonna kind of quick kick it looks like, and
watch out.
That's what he'll do. Jacksonville just gonna get away from it.
So the Jacksonville defense gets off the field again. Another bend and not break moment for them. So you're still alive, down 2 scores with 10:06 remaining, and your offense has moved the ball nicely on some drives that haven't ended well. The receivers, you got to help your quarterback. You got to make those key catches when you need them.
So Jacksonville takes over at their own 13-yard line. 10:06 to go here in regulation. As you said, Matt, only down 2 scores. Obviously a couple of good stops here. So Jacksonville still very much in this thing.
Yeah, no question. I mean, this is a big play offense that can score from anywhere. And you got Devin McEwen and some other guys like that, Isaiah Mallard. See if they can do that here.
McCown takes the snap, going to roll to his right. Under a little bit of pressure, going to fire incomplete.
Oh, man, now Ryan took a shot there, buddy.
Yeah, he was looking for Ryan Walker.
I mean, these waggle plays where nobody gets a chip at all on the backside defensive end or linebacker coming off the edge. I mean, Ryan's not slow. I mean, he's waggling out there. Somebody's got to chip that guy to keep him off of Ryan so he can at least get a little dump pass off like he was trying to do right there to Ryan Walker, incomplete.
Trips right, 1 left, go the Indian receivers this time. McCown sets his feet, throws, complete. Big Bill McCray Ford, 1st down for Devin, out to the Jacksonville 31.
Boy, nice little move after the catch. As he caught it on the slant, decided to plant, come back, and go north and south to get a Bill McCray Ford 1st down. So how many catches is that for Devin tonight, Todd, when you get a chance to let us know?
Todd, when you get a chance, Todd's got his headset off, but Todd, when you get a chance, if we get the number of catches for Devin, that's 3, Matt.
3 catches, okay. Oh, wow. Boy, the Nacogdoches Dragons, they're just, I mean, this is like, they're just teeing off on Ryan McCown like a 3 would. I mean, it's just whacking. And it's going to be a hold on Jacksonville, too.
Yeah, you get a hold and you still can't protect your quarterback. That's a problem.
I mean, I'm not going to say this has been the biggest mismatch offensive line for Jacksonville versus a defensive line this year, but it's pretty close. I mean, Henderson gave them problems. Marshall, of course, gave them problems, but this right here tonight, it's been pretty ugly for this Jacksonville offensive line.
I mean, just looking across that D-line, Nacogdoches, they brought the beef.
Timeout, Jacksonville.
We'll take the short break with them and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
Hi, this is Ben Peacock, proud principal of Jacksonville High School. On behalf of the awesome students and staff members at JHS, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's game. From exceptional academics to a robust catalog of extracurricular programs, our campus provides a truly impressive array of...
And we're back live. Historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. Second down for Jacksonville. Ball sitting at their 31-yard line. Ryan McCown with it under pressure. Throws across the middle, and it's caught again.
McEwen.
And Devin climbed the ladder.
5th catch for McEwen.
Yeah, that's 5.
Picks up about 3, 4. No, I'm sorry. It was that third and second. It was second 11. So he picked up 8. So 3rd and 4 now.
Put him right at about 70 yards on the evening.
So huge play for Jacksonville. I keep saying huge because you're
be
down 21-7. You got to get something.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of them between now and the end of the ball games. McCown rolls to his left, sets his feet, throws looking
hit him in the
over
hands.
the middle, incomplete.
Cash Bearden.
Looking for Bearden.
Oh, hit him in the hands. That's a catchable ball.
Yep. So 4th and 4. Ball sitting at the Jacksonville 37. 8:39 to go here in regulation time. I guess you go, Matt?
Yeah, you got to. I mean, because the way Nacogdoches controls the ball and they can run it, I mean, you're just not going to get many more possessions. You're down 2 scores. With 8 minutes, I don't see you getting 2 more possessions possibly.
Yeah. And so they will go, the Fightin' Indians. They'll go with 2 receivers either side of the set.
Timeout, Jacksonville.
And they'll want to talk this over.
So 1 timeout remaining for both teams.
This timeout is sponsored by Homes and Properties Realty.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Homes and Properties Realty agents work hard for you to offer a full-service experience. They pride themselves on giving both buyers and sellers the representation they deserve and are ready to serve you today.
Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help you find the right coverage for you and your family.
And coming back out of the timeout, the Fightin' Indians find themselves in a crucial 4th and 4. Need the conversion here, Matt.
Huge. Obviously.
Ball sitting at the Jacksonville 37-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Jacksonville needs the Bill McRae Ford first down. McCowan looks right, throws. He's going to be right at the marker. That's incomplete, though. Knack takes over. He's looking for Coda.
Not sure about that call right there as far as, throwing toward the sideline where you're short. I mean, you got to know where that first down marker is, both the quarterback and the receiver. Ryan threw that ball short. Coda came back, couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, but he had to lay out to attempt.
Yeah, just to get to it.
So even had he caught it, he'd have been down and short. So
and Ryan throwing off his back foot one more time, under pressure. So here's Knack to try to finish this thing off with this field position.
Pruitt is the back. They're going to fake the handoff to him. Quarterback straight ahead, not much there.
So you got to hand it to Darren Allman, the Nacogdoches head coach. He's got, a chance to ice this ball game, and he's putting in his JV quarterback. Just came up this week, and of course their senior quarterback, who's played most all year as a starter. I mean, he's out in concussion protocol, but he's really giving this young sophomore a chance here to play a lot of football. So 2nd and 12 after the loss of 2.
So now the handoff straight ahead. Jacksonville plugging the hole again.
Nice tackle by Darian Hinton. Boy, you'd like just to see somebody from Jacksonville come in and just strip that ball. They've had 2 opportunities. Darian Hinton's done it a couple of times, but unfortunately it was after the whistle.
Yeah.
So Jacksonville trying to sub right here as Horn will check out. Devin checks in. DeVarian Boyd checks in at right defensive end. 3rd down and 9 as Jacksonville looks like they have the personnel they want on the field defensively.
So a chance for Jacksonville to make a 3rd down stop. Of course, obviously, this could be 4-down territory for
look
Knack
at this.
if they
What
wanted
is going on?
To beat Jacksonville.
I'm dumbfounded here. I'm dumbfounded. 12 people, 12 players on the field for Jacksonville, and you got to burn your last time out.
They're going to take the timeout to get it straightened away, so we'll take it with them. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
For over 120 years, we've worked to be the most trusted bank in East Texas. Strong leadership, active involvement in the community, and long-term relationships with customers piece together the strong foundation on which we base our business.
And we are back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 3rd down and 9 for Nacogdoches. And Lockett going to put up a deep ball down the right side, incomplete. Good coverage over there. What?
Is that a flag
now
coming in?
Now a flag comes in late. Oh, goodness.
That's the latest flag I think I've ever seen.
That's a very late flag.
The ball bounced twice on the turf and came down, and then the flag came in. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I can't give Nacogdoches' coaches credit for that one because it occurred down at the far pylon in the north end of the field, the northeast end of the field. I'm laughing because I just don't know if I've ever seen a flag come in that late. The players were already I'm not going to say they were coming back to the huddle, but they had stopped forward momentum when their arms dropped, and the ball bounced twice, and here comes the flag. Pick it up, fellas. Pick it
the
up.
Officials are talking this one over. Let's see. Yeah, there's the call, pass interference. Unfortunately, it'll stand.
Automatic first down.
And so, with the penalty, the ball down to the Jacksonville 21-yard line. Knack with a two-back set this time. Hand off, left side, stretch play, room to run, 15-10. And stretching for the goal line, but just out of bounds short.
Wow. Why is that not a touchdown? He knocked the pylon off with the football.
Yeah, they're going to spot him back at the 3.
Oh, okay, he stepped out of bounds at the 3. I got you.
Yeah,
there you go. I was fixing to say, the field judge had him marked down at the half-yard line. I was thinking, no way, that's a touchdown. Okay, he stepped out at the 3.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, we see why Bland is their leading rusher right there. Boy, he turned that corner and he outran everybody.
Yeah, he sure did.
So first and goal for Knack as they try to ice this thing with 6:40 and counting. I stopped the clock actually at 6:45, excuse me.
So Pruitt and Pleasant are the two backs. And now a timeout.
Timeout, Knack.
So we'll take the short break with them. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Did you know that Homes and Properties Realty listings are advertised on hundreds of websites worldwide? Their agents can show you any property listed in beautiful East Texas and the surrounding area. Call them today.
Congratulations is Jacksonville's source for a full line of awards and engraving services. But we don't stop there. You'll want to check out our examples of creative personalized gifts too. Congratulations also serves East Texas as a promotional products dealer. We are passionate about sourcing just the right items. With our laser capabilities, we can also design and install acrylic signage or graphics. Want to see samples of our work? Go no further than the tomato. We're especially proud of the arrow.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl. The snap, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Nice tackle made as
Kendrick
Jones tried to turn the corner. Xavier Kendrick said no.
That was just a textbook tackle by Xavier Kendrick as he came flying through there. And tell you, him and Caden Franklin, they're neck and neck for that Austin Bank Defensive Player of the Game tonight.
Jones takes the snap, hands off, straight ahead, running, ball's out.
He's out of bounds. That's got to be a touchback.
Yeah, surely that's a touchback to Jacksonville.
That's what it's called.
Yes, it is.
So there's life for the Fightin' Indians as it's a touchback. Now the officials are talking. Don't change this now.
Yeah, there's a zebra convention on the end line for sure.
They're already celebrating. You can't take that away from them. Come on. Look, got to get back. Gosh, come on, Coach Kennedy. Get off. Come on.
Here's the call.
That's a touchback.
Yep. So Jacksonville will take over at their own 20, as you said, Matt, with life.
Well, Knack's also 1-5. So, yeah, they're up 21-7, but they just made a 1-5 team error right there. I mean, that's what you see 1-5 teams do. You got first and goal at the 1. What do? You fumble it out of the back of the end zone. Yeah, so, hey, it works both ways.
Yeah, that's true.
Jacksonville may be 1-5, but so is Nacogdoches going into the game here. So
6:04 to go in regulation. Plenty of time if the Fightin' Indian offense can put a drive together.
Yeah, it's going to have to be some big plays offensively downfield. You can't ink and dink it right now with no timeout, 6 minutes to go, down 2 scores. Ryan McCown says we don't have enough players out here.
Here comes Darian Hinton.
We got time on the play. There's time on the game clock.
10 seconds on the play clock. Yeah, plenty of time. Hinton in the backfield with McCown. And he'll get the handoff, will Darian, and he'll barrel ahead for a nice chunk of yardage.
You're going to have a little bit more.
Yeah, you're going to have to go.
You're going to have to go here.
So he picks up 7 to Hinton, 5:40 and counting. Jacksonville got to have a little sense of urgency. Still down 2 scores, no timeouts left for the Indians. The handoff again, and
oh, come on, Derek, don't do that.
Short of the line to gain is Hinton. And
you didn't get the first down. You could have come up and flex like that. Oh, no, don't do that. No.
Yeah, so.
In fact, it's a 1-yard gain, and the clock's running.
Yeah, 3rd and about 2. We'll go under 5 minutes when we snap the ball again here for the Fightin Indians. Boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Questionable decisions by high school athletes.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's age thing, so they're having fun. 3rd down.
2 receivers right, 1 left, hand off.
Gosh, dog it.
And dropped in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down.
It's just going to be a simple handoff from Ryan McCown to Devin McEwen, and Ryan was starting to hand the ball off. He dropped the ball, Ryan did, and McEwen had to fall on it. Or actually, the ball actually got to Devin, but Ryan just kind of fumbled it to him. So 4th down, loss of about 3. So
yeah, 4th and about 5. 4:18 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Both teams out of timeouts. McCown going to have to throw, and he goes over the middle, and he's got his man Calvin Bryant. Finally, Calvin makes a big catch and run, and he's out to midfield. He's got the Bill McRae Ford first down. He's been looking for that all night.
Yeah, I mean, if Calvin can just catch the ball like that, we saw that in the first game against Crandall, how he broke those tackles and went 68 for the score. He has that big playability.
Yeah, ball all the way down inside the 50 into
but you got to catch the ball
territory.
First.
Yes, you do. 3:50 and counting, though. Jacksonville got to keep the tempo up here. McCown takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure. Now he's going to climb up into the pocket, still looking for a man, and he throws incomplete. It was tipped by a Nacogdoches defender.
Yeah, Isaiah almost came up with it.
Yeah, Mallard got blown up, but he still almost came up with it, as you said, Matt.
Yeah. Stops the clock, 3:35.
So 2nd down and 10. Ball sitting on the Dragon 48-yard line. Right hash. McCown, 3-step drop, sets his feet. Now got to get out of the pocket, left side, got to move the pocket again. He's got to get rid of the ball. Does Ryan, still looking as McCown, and finally fires. And he was looking for Mallard, but boy.
I saw Devin McEwen across the middle. I'm not sure why Ryan didn't release that. I guess he felt the safety was too much trouble right there for that pass, and he decided to hold it, and then, of course, he got into the scramble mode. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Didn't burn too much clock right there, did it? 3:22? Wait a minute, what was that a minute ago? I don't know. Anyway, stops the clock.
So now 3rd down and 10. For McCown, he'll hand it off to Hinton, who gets dropped immediately. I don't understand that one.
Oh, man, what is that? I don't understand that call.
And so now it's a 4th down, and you have to go, of course, and you're going to go under 3 minutes without a timeout. And you're just huddling up if you're Jacksonville. So I don't know, Matt.
I don't get it.
Not sure here.
Yeah, me neither. 4th and 11. You're running the play clock down to 10. I know it's 4th down. You want to get a good play here, but.
And so McCown going to roll to his left, sets his feet, looking for the deep ball over the middle for Cash Bearden. He's got him. He's got 6.
Cash Bearden with the score.
How about that?
52 yards. Cash Bearden. What a strike. What a strike by Ryan McCowan. Back against the wall. Game's over. Basically, if you don't convert here, you get the score and you're still alive, man. You get this extra point, onside kick it.
Boy, this is such a game of momentum, isn't it? High school football. So Aaron Bagera on to attempt the extra point, which is brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty. Out of the hold of McCowan, and the kick is up and good. So with 2:29 to go in regulation, the score now, Nacogdoches 21, Jacksonville 14. We'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car, or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
Congratulations is Jacksonville's source for a full line of awards and engraving services. But we don't stop there. You'll want to check out our examples of creative personalized gifts too. Congratulations also serves East Texas as a promotional products dealer. We are passionate about sourcing just the right items. With our laser capabilities, we can also design and install acrylic signage or graphics. Want to see samples of our work? Go no further than the Tomato Bowl entry. We're especially proud.
And we're back live at the historic Tomato Bowl downtown Jacksonville. Obvious onside kick situation here. Jacksonville still trailing 21-14.
Ball comes off the tee.
Ball off the tee again.
So right here.
Real quick scoring drive summary. Todd Travis.
8-play drive, covered 80 yards, ending with a 49-yard pass for a touchdown. Making the score Indians 14, Dragons 21.
Yeah,
okay, so it's 40. Right. 49. It was on this side of the 50.
It was on the the plus side.
So here's a problem here the officials are going to have. That's the fourth time the ball's fallen off the tee.
You've got
at some point they're going to have to say you got to hold the ball.
Yeah, which makes an onside kick very hard. Here's the high bounce near side, but it's fielded cleanly.
God dog it. Just didn't get that second bounce, Aaron.
Yeah, Jalen Brown fields it cleanly, and that should do it if Nat can pick up a first down or two. But if you're the Fightin Indian defense, you gotta make a big stop here.
Well, you got to tackle the football too. You got to go in there and strip somebody, hold him up, go in there and strip it. Oh man, if you could have got that second bounce and it goes over his head, now you got a chance. So Nacogdoches, neither team, as you said, Aaron, no time. Neither team has a timeout. Of course, Nac doesn't need a timeout. Jacksonville does. So the Dragons with a late player coming on the field. Play clock at 18, plenty of time.
Yeah, Pruitt is the back with Jones, and Jones is going to keep, and he's got all kinds of room to run around left end, and he is deep into Jacksonville territory. Finally spun out. See exactly where they spot him, but he's inside the 5, so it'll be goal to go.
Oh. Well. Defense.
Yep.
You got to get the ball, defense.
Man, nobody home.
So down to the 4 they go. First and goal from there. Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
It wasn't anything fancy.
Yeah.
Jones was just trying to just keep the ball and run the clock.
Yep. And so now Jones just going to hand off straight ahead. Jacksonville stacking Pruitt up there.
So they don't have to snap the ball to what, 125?
Yeah, about 125, yeah.
Why are they hurrying here? No, they're not. Okay.
Yeah, they'll just sit there and wait. 22 on the play clock. And of course the game clock running. And so yeah, they will milk this thing down, will the Dragons. Jones takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Pruitt, and Pruitt barrels his way near.
No signal yet.
The goal line.
Where's the signal?
And
I guess
there it was.
Well, the official on the other side must have called the touchdown because this guy on my side, he's just standing there. He didn't signal, but I guess it is. There you go.
And so there's the score that will ice it.
Golly, I got to get my mechanics down. I thought officials on the line of scrimmage, both of them would call the touchdown, but this one didn't even move over here. Man, give up a score like that.
High snap on the extra point attempt, and so the extra point brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty is no good. But with 1:21 to go in regulation, the score now, Nacogdoches 27 and Jacksonville 14. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
And we are back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 1:21 to go in regulation. Knack may have just put the icing on the cake, Matt.
Yeah, it's not just icing, it's another layer. This is just insurmountable here. I mean, unless you get a kickoff return here, you got no timeouts. It's tough.
And the kick is just going to be squibbed up the middle, so Fightin' Indians just going to fall on it. So, yeah, with 1:21, and again, Jacksonville with no timeouts.
Matthew Blankenship. Ball hit him initially, then he went back and recovered it, the senior. Nice job getting back on that ball, but is it just me or did no time go off the clock?
It appears that way. Well, actually, it was about about 6
No,
seconds.
it was 1:21.
It was okay. It was
move.
1:27.
Oh, it didn't move?
I've got that cross.
It didn't move. It started at 1:21.
See, I thought it was
so
1:27 as well.
I've got that crossbar. You know, we got that problem here on the sideline with the crossbar. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Seeing the clock.
So McCowan rolling now under pressure, going to set his feet, throws to the sideline looking for Devin, incomplete, and again, almost intercepted as the route was jumped over here. That was Keelan Elder.
I mean, to me right here, if it's me, I'm going to get Devin and I'm going to get Calvin and I'm going to Pinson. I'm going to flood the zone, and then maybe you can get a pass interference, have crossing routes, throw it deep, and maybe you get a pass interference. But just give your athletes a chance, not throwing it toward the sideline where, you know, it's just you got to take a shot.
They'll go two receivers either way. Will the Fightin' Indians, and they'll set up a screen to the right side, and Bryant makes the catch.
Gets the first
He's
down.
got the Bill McCray Ford first down and steps out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:09. Joe Carter on the coverage for the Dragons, not to be confused with the hero of the 1992 World Series.
Good one,
for the
Aaron.
Blue Jays. Yeah, I've been saving that all night.
Yep. That's a good one.
McCowan looking right again, throwing complete. Again, a screen set up. And again, Bryant.
So you keep doing that with Calvin, and they're playing soft, and one of those times he's going to just plant that foot and go to the middle of the field and explode. I mean, that's what you're hoping if you're a Jacksonville fan right there, to see him use that athleticism. And, you know, he's playing it conservative right now, just getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
A 1:04 to go. Jacksonville doing a nice job of clock management for a team with no timeouts. But now McCowan under pressure gets a nice block. Got to get rid of the ball. He does, but it's incomplete. Oh, and there's a flag. Well, no, sorry. Okay, that was
one of those towels.
Sorry, that was actually the ball coming back. We got all kinds of stuff flying around down there.
Okay.
Somebody flung it in with some force, and I thought, well, there's I was worried about a block in the back is the reason I think I was looking for a flag there.
Man, give me a crossing route. Run a couple of receivers that takes the safety in the middle and maybe a guy up the sideline and throw it to him.
Yeah, it looked like that block that freed McCowan might have come in the back, but they got away with one, I think.
Here's Devin and Spoon on one side.
3rd and a yard. McCowan looking left, throwing incomplete.
Yeah, that's a good setup right there. It's incomplete, but I like that call. It was trying to get Devin up the sideline. You fake that pass that you've made twice to Spoony over there, and then you try to catch Devin up the sideline, incomplete. So here it is, 4th down, 52 seconds, and this is what you call the proverbial back against the wall play.
Well, the last time they had one, Matt, a back against the wall play, it ended pretty well.
Yeah, it was not bad. So you got Spoony, Calvin Bryant, you got Devin split to the right.
2 receivers each way, and they're going to hand off straight ahead looking for that yard.
They got the first down.
They got it. It's a Bill McRae Ford first down.
Spike the ball. Got to spike the ball right here.
The clock only stops to move the chains, and so, yes, if you're Jacksonville, you do. You have to clock it. You got to go, and you got to clock it, and they do. With 42 seconds, they ran off about 6 or 7 seconds there.
Like the call, get the first down. Give yourself some life. I mean, if you're going to give yourself some life, I mean, there's 8 paramedics working on Jacksonville right now. I don't know if they're going to save them or not. But 42 seconds here, and you got a new life. 2nd down.
McCowan steps up under pressure, rolls right now, deep ball over the middle, incomplete.
Oh, golly. He was there. It was another Cash Bearden play to the other side.
Looking for McEwen that time.
Oh, I thought McEwen could have got that if he lays out. Just kind of put that left hand out there.
Yeah, but if he lays out, the problem you may have is if he goes down, he's down and you're in the middle of the field.
Yeah, but you're also going to get a clock stoppage until they move the chains.
Yeah, true.
So you can get down there and maybe
clock it again.
Yeah, you get a chance
that's
to
true.
clock
Well,
it.
3rd down and 10 in any event for the Fightin' Indians. 2 receivers either side for McCowan. Throws incomplete.
4th down.
Pass intended for number 6, Cash Bearden, incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So again, Jacksonville must make 4th down situation. And obviously McCowan will be throwing. And he sets, fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Nacogdoches takes over, and that will do it.
Yeah, Ryan Walker and Devin McEwen both in the vicinity to right there. I'm not sure if somebody ran the wrong route. I would suspect it might be Ryan Walker as McEwen went up for the ball and the ball comes down to Walker. So, again, I'm not saying Ryan Walker didn't know the play. It's just they both were in the same area. So that'll do it, guys, as Nac just has to take a knee, and that'll be the end of this football game. Next week, we hit the road to Texarkana to play the Texas High Tigers, and we'll be missing our venerable play-by-play analyst, play-by-play voice, Aaron Swink. Got a brother's wedding there, so Ryan Travis will step in, just as he did last year in the Pine Tree game, and we'll get that thing broadcast to everybody out so you can see it right here on jhs-sports.com.
And with that kneel down, that will do it. A final score tonight from the historic Tomato Bowl: Nacogdoches 27, Jacksonville 14. And the Fightin' Indians drop another district contest. And as Matt said, prepare to head to Texarkana next week to take on the Tigers of Texas High. And Todd, as the teams are going through the post-game handshake lines, if you're if you're ready or when you are, we will bring you in for the post-game stats. Of course, those are brought to you by Randy Gorham CPA. He's been your hometown CPA here in Jacksonville since back in the 80s. And Todd, you with us? And let's take a look at the numbers.
Our offense finished the game with 65 plays, 292 yards, with 274 yards passing and 18 yards rushing tonight. We had 5 penalties for 55 yards and 2 turnovers, both were interceptions.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another event here tomorrow.
Our quarterback, Ryan McCowan, finished the game with 17 completions on 46 attempts for 274 yards with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Receivers tonight, Devin McEwen, 5 catches for 70 yards. Tony Pinson, 4 for 55. Calvin Bryant, 4 for 54. Cash Bearden, 1 for 49. And the touchdown, Isaiah Mallard, 3 catches for 46. And rushing tonight, we had McEwen had 4 carries for 18 yards. Darian Hinton had 3 carries for 7 yards. Isaiah Mallard had 9 carries for 0 yards and 1 touchdown. And Ryan McCowan had 3 carries for -7.
So unfortunately, another disappointing night tonight on the scoreboard and the stat line for the Fightin Indians as they come up short against the Nacogdoches Golden Dragons. But again, we want to thank Randy Gorham, CPA, for sponsoring all of our statistical breakdowns this season. Randy has been your hometown CPA here in Jacksonville since all the way back in the 1980s, and of course serves capably as the city of Jacksonville's mayor. So I want to thank him for his service as well as his support of Fightin Indian football. And Matt, if you'd like to go through those post-game awards, we'll send it back down to you.
Yes, the Bone Crusher hit of the game, sponsored by Dar Chiropractic. If your body needs an adjustment, call Dr. Darwin Dar. He's your hometown chiropractor. JHS class of 1984. The Bone Crusher hit of the game goes to Xavier Kendrick. Just delivered us some hay shots, made some nice tackles tonight. The play of the game, sponsored by Congratulations. Congratulations, they provide the weekly award. We really appreciate them doing that. Very nice trophy for these players. You just look at some of the stuff they do around Tomato Bowl, all the engravements, all the things they do well. Just a fantastic job. Congratulations. The play of the game is the 49-yard touchdown pass from Ryan McCown to Cash Bearden that closed the gap to 21-14, just unable to finish it off. The Jacksonville offensive and defensive players of the game, sponsored by Austin Bank, your community bank locally owned and operated since 1900. The defensive player of the game, Caden Franklin, the junior defensive tackle, really had a nice game. Really made some super plays, especially in that first half. Caden Franklin, the Austin Bank defensive player of the game. The offensive player of the game, sponsored by Austin Bank, is Devin McEwen. He had the 5 catches for 70 yards, also some carries out of the backfield. Devin McEwen, the Austin Bank offensive player of the game. Players break. We'll get Wayne Coleman's comments here as Jacksonville goes to 1-6 in overall, and we'll get Coach Coleman here. Coach, you almost closed the gap right there, and you just didn't get the push right there. You came back in the second half and played much better defensively, stopping their running game, but offensively, Coach, at 18 yards rushing. I know it's not what y'all want to do. It's not the balanced offense that you're looking for, but 62 offensive plays though.
We're just getting whipped up front. I mean, we just gotta either we're running the scheme our kids can't run, or we're just getting physically dominated. Our kids are playing hard. I know that. There's nobody not playing hard. I'm proud of them for that.
Coach, it seems like every week there's a mismatch up front. I mean, you're talking about the offensive line tonight. I mean, NAC just pinned their ears back. They're bringing guys off the edges. Ryan was running for his life all night long, 17 of 46 tonight, just unable to really just connect on some of the route tree that you want for your receivers to have.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance, and he played so hard. I really feel for the kid. And there's not anybody that's not playing hard. They all are. It just hurts right now.
Coach, you regroup. You got to go to Texarkana next week to play probably the best team in the district. Thoughts about that game coming up?
I don't have any idea. I know they're really good, and I know we haven't played our best football yet.
Coach, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Head Coach Wayne Coleman on the All Smiles post-game interview. We appreciate All Smiles for sponsoring all of our conversations with Head Coach and Athletic Director Wayne Coleman. Ryan, Aaron, Todd, back to you guys up top.
Thanks, Matt, and that'll just about do it from here at the historic Tomato Bowl. Again, Jacksonville coming up just short tonight, but the Fightin Indians will regroup this week, and we head to Texarkana next week to take on the Texas High Tigers. Of course, Ryan Travis will be bringing you the play-by-play in that one. And thank you for joining us tonight. For Matt Montgomery, Todd Travis, and Ryan Travis, this is Aaron Swink saying thanks for listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com. Enjoy the rest